Hey, y'all get in here. Listen. I need y'all to hit the like button. I need y'all to hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat. Let me greet everybody because we got to talk. It's some things that have taken place. I needed yesterday and I took it. Okay. And for those of y'all who were looking for the love and marriage Huntsville information, I went ahead and put it on Patreon. I just pulled a video up and slid it over there. Y'all can go dig it up and then you still got it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, the back of my head is a mess. Child, I ain't pinning this stuff up good at all. Ooh, let me turn this camera off. Child, I thought I had it pinned up good. I look, it's sticking out. It's trying to fall down. And y'all wasn't even going to tell me. Ooh. Because I'm not trying to comb it again until next month. We going to ride this out as long as we can. We riding this out as long as we can. Oh, it's put back up. Okay, so let me holler at who is here. How y'all doing on this Good Friday? It ain't 7 p.m. Friday yet. It is 3 p.m. Friday. How hot is it where you are? Okay, Auntie Eva's number one. Hey now, hey. All right. We got Bianca the Beautiful in the chat. She said, y'all, please hit your like button, get your headphones, and, hold your mute. And remember to fake cough or sneeze if you still at work and I say something stupid, because y'all know you never know what I'm going to do. My baby is here. Mama's Peanut is like number 2, and her is in the chat. And she telling y'all hello. Y'all tell my baby hey back. Okay, Queena in the house. Hey, girl, thank you for being number 2. Magaline is here. Hey, sis, happy Friday to you. Thank you for being number 4. Divine is number 6. How are you? Miss Thelma is number 9. Hey, boo, what's happening? Quiet Storm 87 and her precious cargo is number 7 and number 7.5. Y'all know what it is. We got precious cargo over there. Leah Aries, hey, sis, what's happening? Thank you for being number 10. U.S. Army Brat is here, present and accounted for. How you doing, love? She's asking y'all to please hit the like button, and I am too. Okay? Sweet beloved, hey, happy Friday. Thank you for being number 13. See, she leading by example now. Follow her into the like button. Follow her all the way to the like button. And Ronetta Perry hit it at the same time. Hey, sis, how you doing? Delicia hit it at the same time. The trifecta. For number 13, Jim Bunny, happy Friday. How you doing, doll? It's so good to see you, Zoe Brown. Is this your first time being on my channel and it's your birthday? Let me know. But happy birthday, Zoe Brown. It's so good to have you here. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not your first time, then welcome back. But happy birthday to you, Zoe. All right. Anita, hey, sis, thank you for being number 16. Happy Friday to you. Debbie Garcia is number 14. Housewives Talk is legal. And it's a good thing because we sure got to talk about them today. All right. Ashley, she's number 6. Happy Friday. How you doing, niece? Good to see you. Jenny Patterson is number 18. Happy Friday. How you doing, boo? It's so good to see you. Hey, Lisa Jameson, how are you? Thank you for being number 23. D. Seratinas, how you doing? Thank you for being number 22. I love it. I love it. Thank you. See, the baby's so sweet. They'll make you feel good about yourself, even when you don't feel so great. Because I don't feel pretty today, but I sure appreciate hearing it from the young and the beautiful. I appreciate y'all for that. You say I'm giving what? Harajuku Barbie? Oh, okay. Well, that's new. I ain't never gave that before. If I did, I didn't know I was giving it. Thank you. P Dizzle, hey, thank you for being number 29. All right. Who else we got up in here? Inel, hey boo, how you doing? Thank you for being 31. DS, I'm so glad you here to run that corner because we got to talk about some corner-worthy topics today. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. 97 in Dallas. Y'all, listen, y'all could cook ham hocks outside on the pavement right now, huh? Oh, God almighty. That's tough. That's tough. Hey, Rochelle, that's my boo. She number 31. Thank you so much. Nadine is 34. How you doing, Nadine? It's so good to see you. Yes, thank y'all for telling Zoe happy birthday. Happy birthday, Zoe. So glad to have you. So happy to have you. Nene Ashley, our very own Nene. You know, we got Nene Leaks, but we got Nene Ashley over here. So this is our very own Nene, and she's number 42. How you doing, pretty girl? Good to see you. Aries' son is in the house at number 42. Catherine Bennett is number 44. Good to see you. Listen, let me go ahead and hit the housekeeping before everybody get here. And if I have to repeat it, I will. No problem, right? Miss Sparkle is here, our resident Mary Kay lady. She's number 42. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. So listen, here's the housekeeping. Ooh. First of all, we need you to hit the like button. Make sure that you put your like number in the chat. Y'all know the like lottery is in full effect. Where is the iPad? Because that's where the money is. It's still in full effect, okay? So if I ask for a number, make sure you have it. You got 2 minutes to get to the chat, put it in. It don't matter if 3 people got the same number. The first person to respond gets that cash, okay? So if you got something for me, I got something for you. All right? Also, make sure that we keep all our comments on the people on the screen, these celebrities, reality TV personalities, influencers, musicians, artists, actors, or anybody that is the topic of discussion for the day. No personal comments or insults are ever going to be tolerated, so please don't try it here because I would hate to have to ask our lovely archangels to usher you out, but I will. Okay? So no personal attacks, no personal insults. Any personal comments should be positive and flattering in nature. So if you see that your sister has a lovely picture and you just have to comment on how her skin is glowing, please do so. If you see somebody with a picture of their baby and the baby is adorable and you just have to tell them, "Ooh, that baby is so cute," have at it. If somebody's hair looks real healthy and they done combed it on a regular basis and they have no split ends and you just can't hold back from saying, "Girl, your hair is so healthy, I'm jealous, I'm gonna die," go ahead and put it out there. That I can handle. But no negativity, no nastiness. It's never going to be tolerated. Don't try it. Okay. Also, your engagement button is on the bottom right-hand side. It's the circle with the emojis. Hit it. Send the bubbles up. Let the people know we in here. Don't let them shadow ban me. No. Because we got to talk about some stuff today. And they might want to get me. Hey, Carla Pelly. Not Kenya the buffoon. I mean, she did fire herself. It's very few people that really fire themselves, okay? So who's like number 61? Who got it? Hey, Too Feisty. How you doing? Good to see you. What I did? I did something. Y'all, I did something. I don't know what I did, though. I know what I did. Yes, today is Zoe Brown's birthday. Zoe, you still didn't tell me if this was your first time here. And for anyone else, if you are here for the first time, please put first time live or FTL in the chat so that we can welcome you personally, individually, because we are happy to have you here. If you have a fave and you're sensitive, please make sure you have your low dose aspirin sitting directly next to your computer, your television, your phone, or wherever you are, because we don't want you with any tightness in the chest, any shortness of breath, because we're not sparing anybody. When you're right, we're on your side. If you're wrong, we dragging, and we talk about everybody's business, okay? So that's kind of what we do. And we want you to be comfortable, and we want you to come back. Y'all, Zoe Brown says this is her first time here, so y'all know the rules. I need you to spam the chat with the word welcome. And I mean, before we get into any gossip, I need y'all to spam the chat with the word welcome. And I mean it, okay? I mean that. I mean every word of it, okay? Thank you so much. Then this is why Leah Aries is my girl. She's the first one to welcome you. Happy to do it. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, we finna get into this mess, because mess it is. Mess it is. Things is going on. Things is happening. Zoe, we sure hope you feel welcome, darling. Welcome and happy birthday to you. See, Jenny Patterson is on point. On point. See? All it's something about beautiful ladies coming together with positive energy to welcome and embrace other people and talk about other people's business. This is what we're here to do. So listen. So first of all, let me tell y'all. Now, I was on the phone with Miss Sparkle yesterday because I was, getting my, I had to cut fabric, had to get my sew on, had to get some sketches done. I'm working on something literary. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all about that later, because y'all know I don't mind publishing stuff on Amazon Kindle. So books, and there is a little book situation that will be coming out soon, and I want y'all to get into it. Hey, Miss Nisi, how you doing? DV in the house. Thank you so much for being like number 51. Okay, Virgo Gale, what's up? You hit it at the same time. She got number 51 too. So nobody was going to be number 61. So let me get another number. Who has like number 82? 82. Calling like number 82. Remember, do not play unless you have a Cash App, and the like lottery, remember, is a scratch off. It is not a Powerball. So I got something on your 40. I have nothing on your car note. But don't miss out. You got to be in it to win, okay? But please, please, please hit that like button. And I'm looking for number 82 to hit the chat. Zoe Brown said, I'm getting married next weekend. On Wednesday. It's a Wednesday weekend? Zoe Brown, who you marrying? The Riddler? Well, I'm glad you get married, honey. I am. Are you so in love? Is everything wonderful? Did y'all get counseling, like Christian counseling, before the wedding? What's your wedding colors? I love a good wedding. I do. I can never hear too much about a wedding. Hey, Divine. That's right. Tell her welcome. All right. Vita, I did not eat or drink water today. I'm going to just be honest. I did not. It is 3 p.m. and I did not do it. And I apologize, y'all, and I'm going to do better. Vita, thank you for holding me accountable. Lady Dimples, thank you for being number 56. Vita is 54. All right. She said, yes, I am. Wait, yes, you am marrying the Riddler? Or you are doing Christian counseling before y'all get married? Which one is it? Because if you're marrying a Riddler, then are y'all wedding colors purple and green? Because that'll be so fly. Oh my God. Shashi, girl, where you been? I love you so much. Listen, this is one of our SG Rose sisters. Y'all better show some love. But listen, let me tell y'all something. So I was talking with Miss Sparkle yesterday in between working and stuff. And so when she had called, I was in the middle of some heavy gossip. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all just a little pinch of this, because I know y'all don't know the players involved, but let me just give y'all what's going down. You 33. All right. Yes. That means you still at the age where you can pop them babies out, get them beans in the oven. I love it. So listen, y'all not gonna believe this kind of gossip. What came this way? Rosiah Morrison, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Dana Scott, hey boo, thank you for being number 58. That's right, girl. Listen, we have a lot of D9 sisters in here, and I love all of our sisters, honey. This is not undergrad. Ain't no teams no more. I love all of our D9 sisters, and shout out to our Eastern Star sisters as well, because I know we have a few of them that come through every now and then. Okay. So listen, the gossip that slid past me yesterday. Okay. And of course, we got the first and finest in the chat. You know, when Dr. J is here, we got the crimson and cream in the chat. So I think we did have one sister that was Zeta Phi Beta. So, much love to all of our sisters, all of our brothers, even our older, everybody. So I do love that. And, I encourage that over here. We celebrate that over here. So make sure, like if you affiliated, you can rep your set over here. Okay. Because we embrace, we love, we respect, we revere. Okay. But the gossip that came past me yesterday, y'all, there is a preacher. The preacher has a woman that he going with, okay? He's living in Florida. He moved the woman from Houston, Texas over to his house, hiding her from his entire family. They still think he's single, setting him up on blind dates while the woman is in the house. We don't know what happened with this woman, why she wanted to, pop out and show Negroes, but that's what she decided to do. Miss Thing made a Facebook where she went into her Facebook, started putting his pictures everywhere, even made it her profile picture, and then started sending friend requests to every woman that she found that he was connected to in any way. Hey, born to be wild, girl, where you been? It has been a long time, but it's good to see you. And so anyway, she sent it to a couple of the cousins, which is how I found out, okay? Because the cousin is one of my girls. And so we being nosy, because I'm like, what's going on? Who this lady? Because he just got through telling the kin people he was single. So one of the women that he's also going with responded, apparently accepted her friend request, and then asked her on the post, how long have you been dating Mr. Green? We just gonna say Mr. Green. I ain't gonna say his first name. And she said 14 months. Why? She said, because I'm in the mix too. And so the one that made the post, child, she was on some Jolene energy. Like, please don't take my man, child. And so then she's like, oh, I love him. He inspires me. He's my everything. The way he loves me, it inspires me. He's my alpha, my omega. I mean, she was laying it on thick. And so the other lady let her say all of that, y'all, and turn around and said, I hate to bust your bubble. Well, hold on. Before she even hit her, I guess the lady wasn't responding, or she wasn't getting the reaction she wanted. So she gonna tell the lady, well, if you ever need anything, just let me know, because a friend of him is a friend of mine. Baby, that sister came back, I guess when she had the time, and said, well, I hate to bust your bubble, but me and him been going together for 6 years. I say, oh, girl, after that heifer came back and gonna comment and say, well, maybe we should talk privately. I don't think this is the forum for that. Baby, this was the forum you chose. You chose this forum. When that lady told her she was in the mix, she should have went to the inbox then instead of talking in public, because she sure got embarrassed. Baby, that thing tickled me so bad. I was in that gossip knee deep. I said, what you say? So even though I didn't come on here with y'all, I was still on the business of gossip, honey. The gossip, it just be finding me. I don't know how it finds me, but it just be finding me. You married to J-Lo? Okay, Zoe Brown. Is that Zoe or Zoe? Okay, darling. But yes, DS, I was still on the business of gossip. Your girl was going nowhere. I was all in. I was 10 feet deep. Okay. So now let's get to these other people gossip, because I'm always paying attention. Lady Dimples, it did sound like a TV show, and I was watching it like one too. What? I had my eyes glued to the screen. Too feisty, I feel like we may be. Archangels, I need y'all to keep an eye on that. Okay, keep an eye on it. If it don't look right, make it go away. You understand? Okay. Gemini 10, what's going on? Yes. So listen, we may as well just jump right on in here. Just come on in the room. Come on in the room. Okay. Kenya Moore done been embarrassed again, y'all. Again. At this point, It don't feel like secondhand embarrassment. This feel like firsthand embarrassment. And I don't want a whole lot to do with this. I don't. So let me tell y'all what happened and why this is even worth talking about. We had already gotten the word that she was not coming back no more this season, that they went ahead and bounced her out. The official word that had been put out was that the door was still open. So it still didn't look bad. I don't know why Kenya could not leave well enough alone. And Jasmine Brand, I don't know what's wrong with you. Why would you help her do something like this to embarrass herself? Like, I understand Jasmine Brand is real plugged in, but sometimes, we're going to talk about that too. We are. Too fast to say, Nitra, that sounds like something that happened in my family recently. What? Do tell. Listen, me and you need to talk, girl. You listen, because I like gossip. I don't really even care where it come from. But Kenya was using the Jasmine Brand, and I'm going to say that it's alleged, but I know my eyes don't fail me. I know I'm not dumb, stupid, slow. I'm none of those things. I never got a check mark and a smiley face for a grade. I never licked the window. I never chased a parked car. I never bit anybody's tires. I'm telling you flat out. That's what I believe. She used the Jasmine Brand to try to spin the narrative rather than just, this is what it is. Let us know how you feel about it. And some people going to stand behind you anyway. There's no need to try to spin narratives. Hey, Trina. How you doing? Happy Friday. So listen, this is what she tried to put out. Oh, my sister on the phone and popped up. She done popped up. Now she gonna pop out. Thank you for being like number 71, Trina Taylor. Good to see you, sis. So let's go ahead and get this. Now, the Jasmine Brand, some of y'all may not be aware that she lost her original page on Instagram. Now, I felt bad for her because I felt like whatever she did, they said it was some copyright type stuff, how she ended up losing her page. I felt bad for her because, you don't build up something to have somebody take it from you. I got it, right? But this is where it got strange. So she had a post about Kenya. Where is it? I hope she didn't take it down. Don't take it down now. Don't take it down now. Because it was her, and I know it was her that had put up the information that Kenya had decided to walk away from the show because things didn't go the way she expected, the way she wanted it to go. I know it was her. I know she was one of them. If she wasn't the main one, she was surely one of them that put that story out. However, I'm gonna deal with her in a minute. Because I have opinions and comments about her too. It wasn't a good look. It was not a good look. So, anywho, Kenya had put the story out that, after everybody said what they said, that she walked away because of the allegation that Britt Eady made a threat with about using a firearm, and Bravo saying that they investigated that and there wasn't no truth to it. Okay, now why that was coming back up, I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. Quite honestly, if I'm being personally honest, it didn't make sense. The story didn't make sense when it was first told. Let me get some of y'all comments. Too Feisty say Bravo's intentional silence and allowing a narrative of Kenya being fired over revenge cornucopia and to stay lingering in the air is again intentional. They have said nothing to clear up what happened because they can't clear this for her. This is something Kenya did to herself. They can't clear this. DB say my sister on the phone, you love her because she give facts. Girl, you got fans. You got fans, girl. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so one of my sisters do want me to eat. So let me shout out this Cash App. Hold on. And send a heart. Katrina said for the chicken wings and a strong shot. And you know what? I can dig that. I can dig that. The chicken wings and a strong shot. Because sometimes you do need it, chicken wings and a strong shot. That's legit. That's legit. I'm going to send the heart right now. Right this minute. But and thank you so much for that, Trina, because that's my first support of the whole day, and it means a whole lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Too Fast is saying, can you be an actress with something like this attached to her name? This is more damaging than what Nene experienced. Well, yeah, because Nene didn't do nothing like this to herself. She didn't do nothing like this to herself. Yeah, I don't even know what this child talking about. Bianca, Eva, U.S. Army brat, Lala, Jackie, Renee, one of y'all, show Zoe the door. Because I don't understand what's happening. I'm not comfortable. Let me just be clear on that. I'm not comfortable. Well, Bianca, did you get Zoe up out of here? Hey, God's anointed daughter. Happy Friday. Thank you for being like number 77. Y'all done made me miss my baby. Couture Bay is like number 72. Hello, gorgeous. Y'all make sure y'all are following Couture Bay. If you're not, you're missing out. You're cheating yourself. Tracy Lashley, thank you for being number 73, sis. Okay. Oh, U.S. Army Brat got him. Thank you, U.S. Army Brat, the quiet sniper. Thank you so much. And my sis on the phone says, if you walk away from an indefinite suspension, what's that called? Asking for Kenya. Yeah, because she didn't walk away from no indefinite suspension. You were fired. And it's okay to feel how you feel about it, but trying to spin this narrative that you quit. And I think what's more important, no, it happens. It happens. And I don't want you to feel that way, Ashley. We're supposed to be kind to people until they show us a reason for us to withdraw that kindness. You understand what I'm saying? Even if something seems a little off, always lead with kindness. And the minute they show you that you have a reason to withdraw your kindness, immediately do just that. And that's exactly what we did. And stayed cute while we were doing it too. Nobody got out of pocket. So listen, I didn't understand why at first. And then I stopped and I thought about what Kenya Moore was trying to do. This is why I say we got more mess. And I do mean that I do mean the pun that's there. More mess. This is Kenya Moore mess. Because she was intentionally, in my opinion, trying to push the narrative that this woman threatened her with a firearm. That was the biggest purpose of that narrative, because it's like, you don't have a job. And that's obvious at this point. It's obvious you don't have the job anymore. We would like to believe that the door was still open and you could possibly come back to your job. When I first read that they were saying that they were leaving the door open for you to come back at a later time or something, I was actually pleased with that, because while I do want to see discipline, I did not want to see her where she couldn't make money, because she still has a child to raise more or less on her own. Legina the Jackson, thank you for being like number 80, sis. And you know, the fact that man was only told to pay $2,000 a month in support. Gemini 10, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you just got here, sis. I'm glad you're here, though. We just cooking. There go my sis, Helene Easley. Thank you for the super chat, sis. I love you back. I miss you, girl. You ain't called me in over a year. I could have been dead over here. Let me quit playing, because you see me on live, so you know I'm not dead, okay? DS say Kenya really should go to Candy so she can have the managerial position, head ice being clean. Ooh, DS, I'm so glad. Go open up that reflection corner and make sure we have enough chairs and paper cups for everyone else, okay? Because you love that reflection corner, and I appreciate it. I do. So, listen. And see, I knew it. Jasmine Brand took down what she put up. So there's a young lady on Twitter. I knew if I went looking for it, I would find it. So Jasmine Brand took it down, and I'm gonna deal with her next too. DS say Kenya really should go to Candy and get that job. And at this point, I'm not gonna agree with you because that's messy. Yolanda Franklin, thank you for being number 80, but I'm gonna say that she might want to holler at somebody about a gig somewhere. Trina says Kenya needs to let it go. She messed up her own bag. We didn't do it, and she still can't stop lying. Right. And she's still, this is the thing. Like at this point, I'm almost immune to Kenya's lying. But what I'm not immune to is the fact that I feel like she's trying to intentionally now damage this young woman on her way out. Like, I want to damage you. And I think that we got to address that. Like, this is the type of behavior that got her in the trouble that she's in right this minute. Lady Blue, thank you for being like number 81. LaGina, congratulations on your 16-month royal anniversary, sis. Why I feel like you've been here longer than that. But one of the babies on TikToks, and she's so cute. She's a cute kid. She reported on this. And I want y'all to hear what the baby had to say, because I knew I wasn't stupid. But then when I went and looked on Jasmine Brands on Instagram, it was like she pulled it down. And I think she realized, like, once that narrative was debunked, that she was gonna look really stupid. Anita said, I already knew the corner gonna be full today. Yes, it is. You see how they gearing up. DS is getting it started. Ashley said that knucklehead Matt told her tale years ago that she needed to consider how her actions affected others. She doesn't. She's very vindictive. So let me let you hear what this young lady had to say. Pretty little girl too. Let me let y'all hear what the baby had to say, because I knew I saw it and I should have screenshotted it. I normally would have, but I didn't. My hands were really, really, like I was an octopus yesterday. My hands were in every direction. Okay. And so I didn't screenshot it. She took it down, but listen to what this young lady had to say. Turn your sound up. I'm going to give it all I got. Y'all, please listen. Okay. That the Jasmine Brand had got the reports incorrect about Kenya getting fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that their sources was incorrect, that Kenya actually quit. I want to know what I think. I think Bravo gave her the opportunity to say she got fired. Now that's what the baby think. But I told y'all, I saw that. I wasn't crazy. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Did y'all see online where Kenya put the story out that, and maybe it wasn't Jasmine Brand, maybe the person that she told, or maybe she reported it herself, maybe she was just, throwing off on the Jasmine Brand, saying that Jasmine Brand got the story wrong. But I could have sworn that it was the Jasmine Brand that put that story out, that she was not fired, that she only quit, that she decided to walk away. But I remember that clearly. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all saw that. Because she really went with a narrative. And the reason I'm pointing it out, one, because it's harmful to insist that somebody someone made a threat to you with a firearm. That's crazy. I need y'all to hit the like button. Okay, we're at 150. So who's got like number 96? Who's got like number 96? I'm gonna go with an odd number. Who's got 96? My sis said had big mouth, minded her black-owned business, I believe Kenya would still be suspended rather than fired. Now, my sister on the phone really truly believes in her heart that Candy coming out saying what she said kind of confirmed what happened, and that contributed to them going ahead and following through with firing her. And maybe that could be what happened. But I do believe that what she was trying to do with this, I walked away because they didn't take care of the security issue and they didn't protect me, and this lady made a threat with firearms. I think that was an effort to ruin that girl's reputation or do something damaging to her on the way out the door. That is a bit of a problem for me. Ivy Wynn. Oh, what a beautiful picture. Oh, girl. Yes. Hey, now. Thank you for being like number 89. DS says Candy sealed Kenya's fate, in my opinion. So you agree with my sister on the phone. Okay. I mean, I can't argue with it because that's a valid theory. That theory is kind of solid. Like it's something to that theory. For real. But in the midst of that story being put out, the way it was put out, right? I'm going to just say because whoever put it up, they've taken it down at this point. At this point, whoever put the story up is taking it down. So I'm not going to dig too deep into that. But what I am going to point out, say Candy has never had a careful tongue. I think she slipped. Well, the thing is, she never cares about talking about other people's business. But if anybody talks about Candy's business, she will die the death of a run-over toad frog. She'll just die on the spot. But what I thought was extremely interesting were the outlets that chose to come forward to make it clear, namely Love B. Scott. I personally feel as though B. Scott wrote a fair article, but made it crystal clear that there was no walking away, that you were actually fired, because the story that she was putting out, I walked away because they didn't handle things right. Bravo apparently made the statement that they investigated and Kenya's claims that this lady mentioned a firearm were unfounded, which means she lied. And while I'm pulling up Love B. Scott's article on Kenya Moore, I want to also cover the fact that this is not her first time lying on somebody. This is not her first time doing it. Like, not at all, not even close. And I just want to remind you guys that she's very comfortable making up stories that can be damaging. If y'all remember, hey, Pris B. So I felt she should have kept quiet too. Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people felt like Candy should have kept quiet. Trina Taylor said Word on the Street production told Kenya not to do this, and she did anyway. And she was the one that blew up those pictures, poster size. Kenya thinks she's smarter than anyone in the room. Okay. I've been saying that production should have said, don't do it. I don't believe that story. I'm going to just be honest. Brian Patterson, what up, bro? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, what Kenya's stating does not sound plausible, but I just want to bring some things to y'all's attention that she will make inflammatory accusations against people and in an effort to damage their reputation, to damage their character, and to cause problems that they more or less will have to deal with on a long-term basis. Okay? I don't want to say what I really think that this indicates about her, because I think that wouldn't be very nice. But if y'all recall, during the cast trip to Jamaica with Sonia Richards Ross and her husband, Aaron, y'all remember that, right? Mm-hmm. When he told them to, y'all chill out, y'all not going to do this. This is too much. Kenya then said this man was aggressive, that she act like he was intimidating. The fact that she said that he was aggressive, threatening, all that type of stuff. It was a lot, to the extent that when she went to Sheree with it, when they were on the little rafts, on the river rafts or whatever, and she tried to get Sheree to co-sign it. Oh, don't you think he was aggressive? And Sheree was like, no, I don't. I don't think that at all. And she tried to push that narrative. She tried to make it happen. That's something extremely dangerous. Bianca says she doing closeouts, y'all. So she love everybody, but she can't speak to everybody individually. So please, if she don't speak back, don't think that she don't love you. She just doing closeouts. Okay. I figured I would announce that since she said it in the chat. But listen, she did that when it came to Aaron Ross. And this is somebody with a wonderful reputation. We've never heard any scandals, anything ugly, anything nasty about Aaron Ross at all. And that's saying a lot, because a lot of our athletes have some raggedy reputations. We just had an ex-athlete have a call girl or a sex worker have to chase him butt naked out of a hotel because he didn't pay. And Aaron did not have a bad reputation of any kind, no scandals whatsoever. While he's been married and raising those children with Sonia, what did Kenya Moore do? She tried to smear his name. This is what she does. There's a pattern of behavior. Nene Ashley said, remember when Kenya said that Nene called Brooklyn a buffalo, she knew Nene was talking about her. Not to mention the fact, remember when she claimed Nene was throwing things at her when she just threw some popcorn in the air and claimed she spit at her. Ronetta Perry said he stood up for his wife. That's all he did. That's it. Aries Diva, hey boo, hit the like button. You saw the story too, right? Okay, so I'm not crazy. Ashley says, yep, that's why she had Matt punching walls. She was manipulating that young boy. Yep, and if you recall, during that situation with her and the young boy Matt, he kept saying, and none of y'all would believe him. I believe that boy. None of y'all would believe him when he kept telling you all that she would call him over to her house, sleep with him, and then say, you need to leave, just leave, why are you here type stuff. She kept trying to make that boy look like he was stalking her, when in actuality, she was calling him over there. And the young lady he dated after that, she turned around and started stalking that young lady, going on radio shows, saying nasty stuff about this girl over a man that you claimed you didn't want and he wanted you. Princess with the puppy, you are way past 2 minutes, but thank you for playing the like lottery. Lynn Belton, hey, she says, Lynn 96, you like number 96. Why are y'all past 2 minutes late? What's going on? Y'all, you know, when I ask for a number, y'all got 2 minutes to get to my chat. Kenya is a stunt queen. She is a stunt queen. Let me remind y'all for the like lottery, when I announce a number, you have 2 minutes to get to my chat with your cash app. Princess with the puppy did it right, but you way past 2 minutes, baby. Bianca say, I believe Matt now. They did it on that in that truck too. Allegedly. Yeah, he says she was hunching him in the truck. Carla Pelly said Kenya needs professional help ASAP. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Aries Diva say, I don't know why Matt stuck around. He was young and she was laying up with him and had his nose open. And he liked her and he was attracted to her. And she was able to play games. And you could clearly see that boy wasn't that bright. You know, don't start me. Aries Diva say, I don't know why Matt stuck around, honey. But I'm just telling you that's what it was. That's right. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You don't know when I'm going to call the next number. Remember, you have 2 minutes to report to my chat with your number and your cash app when I ask for it. Trina says, I remember Matt saying she was having blank in the truck and tried to make that man look like a psychopath. She did. But that's not all. Last season, we saw her do it again with Franklin the Turtle, the one y'all call Martell Hope. He was in my inbox, pretended like the man was trying to holler at her. All that man said was, oh, I'm sure you had a lot of people in your inbox or whatever. He kind of laughed in her face a little bit. I think she felt provoked. And then she started acting like he was being aggressive with her after she was screaming and cursing and screeching and calling names in a party where somebody dropped over 50 racks. Ronetta said he thought he had a prize. He really did. And you know what else? I think that's nice. If we being honest, a man should look at you and feel like you're a prize, right? But just because a man feels like you're a prize, that's not our get out of jail free card to abuse somebody. Like, we're not supposed to abuse men just because they think we're a prize. You know what I'm saying? So if he's treating you like an egg and like you just precious and fragile and loving on you and being sweet to you and could, as they used to say, they love your dirty draws. That doesn't mean that you go and abuse the man who's treating you like that. That's not cool. And he absolutely did behave that way toward her. And I think she should have appreciated it because it looks like don't nobody else think of her like that. Ashley say, not bright, but would stick up for himself. He would. He really would. He didn't do a great job, but he did. Helene say, yeah, I believe Matt too. You did? Okay. Couture Bay say, yeah, yes, yep. Okay. We on the same page. All right. Rita P say, Trina, how did Matt get through security gate 4 to ruin her property? Yeah, that's the whole thing though. That's the thing. Yep, she lied on Walter. When he didn't want her, she tried to say the man was gay. She's a compulsive liar. And don't forget, she lied and said Nene spit on her. I mentioned that. She'll lie in a minute. The prize was a Jack in the Box. What prize was Jack? Oh, you saying Kenya's prize? If she's a prize, she's a Jack in the Box. Lord. Leah said, just like the old saying goes, everything that glitters ain't gold. It's not, but just like we have chosen the wrong men sometime and thought you saw something good in them, he chose the wrong woman and thought he saw something good in her. I mean, we can't beat him up for that, can we? Ashley said, remember when she provoked Tammy's nephew too? She got some negativity on her, but she'll provoke people and then she will lie on you. She will lie on you. Kenya Moore will lie on you. And I think that's what she tried to do to Brittany Edie. Bravo investigated and said it was unfounded. They found no proof of that. Yeah, she was letting him in there. That's right. Queen says she can't help herself. If she herself from lying, then we need to get somebody from Mountain of Fire or Winners Chapel, somebody with some real fire and some authentic blessed oil, some anointing oil, and try to get us some deliverance. Because why you can't help yourself from lying on people? Aries Diva says she just to start something. Oh, she just wanted to start something. I'm gonna translate. She just wanted to start something with Martell for no reason. She got on my nerves at him, although I'm no fan of him. Right. She went from the year before at the reunion talking about his private area, like saying stuff that was grossly inappropriate, to the next year, oh, he was trying to holler at me and he's aggressive because he basically laughed in her face. Carrie Clark, thank you for being like number 100. I appreciate it. Trina say Tammy nephew couldn't stand her. Yeah, a lot of people, when you have that type of energy, a lot of people might not be able to receive you well. If we being right, being fair about it. Ashley says she needs to add on her resume retired professional victim. Oh, not narcissism at its finest. So let me pull up this this article from Love B. Scott. And I'm sorry, where's my T Dollar? Where's T Dollar at? Because T Dollar, I believe, I fear was right. I fear that T Dollars was right. Yeah, Peter and Matt did get into it, sis, on the phone. But that was about something different. Mm-hmm. Who was going to voodoo shops? What I miss? Trina said, why she going to voodoo shops? She should have been reading the Bible. What was she doing in the voodoo shops? I believe T Dollars was right. Hey, Vicky Black, thank you for being 103. Let me share this screen because we're finna read this article together. Mm-hmm. I believe T Dollars was right. So whenever T Dollars, if you catch this replay, holler at me in the replay comments. I'm all for it. I can admit when I misread something. I didn't think that B. Scott was really. I just was like, you just reporting the truth. But I feel like T Dollars was probably right. I'm gonna just say that T Dollars was in the right. I misunderstood. I misunderstood. That's my fault. Because I thought I had a handle on things. I thought I understood what was happening, and I clearly did not. That Key Marie, though, hey, thank you for being like number 104. All right. Okay. Ooh. Queen say people be lying so much they don't know what's true. That's true. Oh, her and Kenya went to that store. Well, going one time don't mean she go all the time. I thought you meant that she had a habit of going to the root people store. So listen, let's read this article. Let me say this. T Dollars, like I said, if you see this on replay, I believe you may be right. B. Scott may really, really not like Kenya no more. Just from his picture choice. Like, why did you choose this picture? Like, this is not the most flattering picture of Kenya. Kenya is a pretty lady. She takes buku pretty pictures. Why did you choose this picture for Kenya? B. Scott trying to be funny. T Dollars was right. I was wrong. T Dollars, wherever you at, baby, whenever you see this, Auntie is sorry. You were right. Okay. So here's the article. Let's read. Exclusive. Kenya Moore was suspended, then fired after investigation determined she violated code of conduct. So this is directly after she tried to spin her narrative. The article reads, Kenya Moore's time with Real Housewives of Atlanta has come to an end after she was briefly suspended, then fired. We previously reported that Kenya was fired and the door for her future return was closed. And now we're back to clarify exactly what led to that decision. So another reason why I'm going to say that T Dollars was right, it was clear. Nobody disputed what you said, okay? Nobody disputed what you said. Kenya tried to spin a narrative, I think, in my opinion, to like comfort her bruised ego in a way. Like she was trying to make herself feel better about what was happening, right? B. Scott didn't have to double back, to double down, to make sure like, no, you not getting off the hook. No, Dollars had to be right, because why? To make it clear that no, she was indeed actually fired. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. Let's go. Wait, let me make sure. Y'all, can y'all hear me? Like, are y'all having any trouble hearing me? Everybody can hear me, right? Not TKO for the wig. The wig was rough. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me, because if not, then I will switch devices. Yeah, the way that they went about that, the way that B. Scott went about this was like very much holding Kenya's feet to the fire, which I don't have a problem with that. But while holding her feet to the fire, is the way that B. Scott chose to do it is giving, you're not going to let her spin a narrative. You're going to make her sit in what's happening. Y'all can hear me good? Okay, perfect. So let me keep going. We'll start with the firearm threat allegations. Y'all know we can't say the GUN word. Sources close to the situation tell us that Kenya did raise claims of an alleged firearm threat made by newbie Brittany Edie before the hair spa event, but production investigated and couldn't substantiate the claims. So let's stop right there. And y'all know B. Scott is one of the insiders that really gets the inside dirt. So what B. Scott is saying is that Kenya made this claim up. She made up this lie on Britt Edie before they said, ain't nothing to that. We're not going with that. Then she went there. So she tried lying on the girl first. She tried lying on her first to get rid of her. And once the lie didn't work, then she went to the revenge cornucopia. This is a new low for Kenya. I'm going to just be honest. This is a brand new low for Kenya Moore. I know we talked about more mess before, but this is more mess than I have ever seen Moore pull since she been on the Housewives. This is the messiest of more mess. So let me finish reading. So she literally tried lying on her first. And then when the lie didn't work, when they investigated and said ain't nothing to that, basically, apparently nobody else heard her say it, because if there was even one witness, they wouldn't say it was unfounded. It's unfounded because ain't nobody heard that. And if nobody heard her say it, it's because she didn't say it, Kenya. This is like, you're a repeat offender at telling damaging lies on people. You told a lie, it didn't stick, and you doubled back. You literally, no morality. You doubled back and said, well, this is what I'm going to do to you. We're going to go with the revenge cornucopia. Since my lie didn't work, I've lied on people before, and some of it stuck. So I'm going to just tell this lie on you then. Couture Bay say, now she did something to B. Scott and he lightened her up, tearing out the frame with the truth. B. Scott is literally swinging with the truth. That's what's heavy here. Because at the end of the day, a lie don't really hold no weight. A lie can damage you, but a lie don't hold a lot of weight. Eventually, a lie will drift off. Hey, Angel Pepper Wings, thank you for being 103. And she did trick herself out of her spot. So, oh Lord. So production investigated and could not substantiate her claims. There was no indication of Kenya refusing to film or take some time off. So she told the story that she threatened me with a firearm. She didn't say, give me time off, I'm not going to film with her, none of that. In fact, our sources say she continued to plan the hair spa event with no added precaution, no additional concerns for her safety. We saw with Giselle, you can bring your own security if you want to, if you're trying to be extra. She didn't do any of those things. Part of that planning included blowing up sexually compromising photos of Britney to display for attendees. This is a quote that B. Scott got from somebody associated with the production. It was clear Kenya went through great lengths to antagonize her, another source tells us. Those photos aren't easily accessible on the internet. Otherwise, they'd be circulating right now. That's true, because nobody has circulated them, and I've looked to see if anybody put anything out, and they didn't. She not only got the photos from somewhere, but also got posters made. That's not something you would do to someone who allegedly threatened you with a firearm. Right, because if your safety was an issue, the last thing I'm going to do is antagonize you with revenge cornucopia. If I'm afraid that you're going to come in there like Wild Bill Hickok and Wyatt Earp, if I'm afraid that you're going to challenge me to a duel at high noon, the last thing I'm doing is digging through the black web or wherever the hell she went to find these pictures, blow them up, put them on a poster for public humiliation. The source continues, everyone, especially production, was shocked that Kenya would do this in front of a room full of people. So production is maintaining that they're shocked. So that debunks the rumor that production told her not to do it, because they're saying that they were shocked. I believe at least one person on production knew and said nothing, okay? It's no secret that Bravo/NBC Universal has been under fire in recent months, facing allegations of allowing misconduct. After Kenya's stunt, she was suspended from further filming while production determined whether or not her actions were in violation of her contract. As it turns out, production found that Kenya's actions violated their code of conduct and ultimately decided she won't be coming back. Bravo never accused Kenya of revenge cornucopia. That was never what the investigation was about. Okay, a third source close to production tells lovebscott.com. It was about determining if Kenya's actions involving sexually explicit images violated the code of conduct. And they did. She can point fingers all she wants, but she has nobody to blame but herself. Now, what this third source is saying is what I said from the beginning. If by some measures, because she was able to get it online, she didn't pay for it, it was already accessible, even if it was not readily accessible, she may have met the standard of it not being revenge cornucopia. But I said then, and y'all can back me up, I said then, that has nothing to do with Bravo. Bravo can say, we don't approve and we're not standing for it. And unfortunately for Kenya, that is exactly what they decided to do. And I also agree that she has no one to blame but herself. Let's continue reading. While outside sources say Kenya's considering legal actions, we're told neither production nor the network are concerned because no one decided to show those images but her. So she was on her own, and they are not quaking in their boots about any alleged or supposed legal action from Kenya Moore. Production is now trying to figure out where to go and whether or not Kenya's previously filmed scenes will be included in the season at all. So they're trying to figure out whether they're going to cut her out the season altogether. We're told Kenya's episodes leading up to the event could still air, but the event footage is more than likely to be scrapped. There's a lot of chatter around whether or not Kenya's been fired. Oh God, Jesus, I'm yawning and I'm shook at the same time. I think this is snatching the oxygen from my brain and forcing the yawn at this point. Listen to this right here. See, this is how I know that T Dollars was right and I was wrong. Listen to what Love B. Scott wrote. There's a lot of chatter around whether Kenya has been fired, and she has. Woo! Her time with the network is done, and the decision was made for her. B. Scott is pulling no punches, swinging for the fences, and not letting his former good friend off the hook at all. This was a lot. I'm gonna get some water, Queen. Y'all, this is crazy. Kenya, what the hell did you do to B. Scott so that B. Scott won't let you live? P. Dizzle say, thank you for the super chat, baby. Said, was Britt with one of Kenya's exes? This reminds me of when she bothered Chris Williams' wife. I don't know. I don't know if she ever dated one of her exes. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. But she, like, whatever it was, I think the fact that Brittany is young and pretty and doing the same things that Kenya used to do in her heyday, I think maybe that was a trigger for her. I don't know. P. Dizzle say, I don't understand the beef. It couldn't have been some post that Britt Edie did. There's nothing else that had her so unbothered. You got to remember, we have not seen the season yet. So they could have been going back and forth. You know, Kenya likes to try to haze new women that come on the show. Y'all saw how she did. Drew Sidora told that girl she had a pet on top of her head and everything. Y'all remember that? And then Drew Sidora bowed down. She talked back a little bit, but she bowed down and went to kissing behind. So now we like you. Everybody's not going to bow down and kiss your butt. She tried it with Courtney last year. And she didn't bow down and kiss behind. And the public at large was throwing a hissy fit because Courtney wasn't with it. And they owe Courtney doing too much. No, Courtney just wasn't kissing her tail. Ashley said, I believe Kenya doesn't like anyone she considers a threat. She's never been welcome into new cast members. It's always this weird hazing, jealousy, bitterness, resentment routine she does. Word on the street, Britt was messing with Mark, but I'm still baffled. You keep saying that, but I've never heard it on the street. And I hear a lot of stuff on the street. I ain't heard that nowhere but in here when you told me. Ashley says, sometimes I wonder if she wants people to feel as bad as others have made her feel. And that's just sad. I don't know. I don't know why she's comfortable lying on people, going to these extents, with these stunts to try to humiliate folks. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Makeup Addict says, imagine losing an easy check for some BS like this. Kenya is lame as F for this and has no one to blame but herself. It's true. Say policies and procedures were changed at Bravo. Were they? Help me. Say something else. Tell me something else about it. Because you know I try to catch on to what y'all be saying, but I don't understand. What policies and procedures, sis? Queen says, get some water. I will. Couture Bay says, oh my. Did you have to put your pearls on the clutching, baby? So I heard that she was making nearly $100,000 a month. Yeah, it was like $90,000 a month is what she was making. 90 racks a month, and you messed that up, and you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that in no ugly way. She said that she has invested a lot into that spa, so she needs to be able to recoup her money. Like, that's not small, and I really hate that she did that. So I saw someone said it was Mark, but I can't remember where. Okay, so was it back in the day? Because it can't be now. She with people with money. Because I'm telling you, I promise y'all, my hand to God, I never heard that till I came in here and y'all told me that. So you heard. So a few of y'all heard she was dating Mark back in the day or something. Ashley say, B. Scott has bills to pay. Who cares how Kenya feels fresh off the press? Yeah, B. Scott has bills to pay, Ashley, but what you don't understand, the nature of their relationship in the past, B. Scott would have never done that. That's what you're not getting. That's what you're not understanding. B. Scott, when they were like this, B. Scott would have never done that. Something's going on. T Dollars is right. P Dizzle said it doesn't make sense for her to do that and lose that much money. It doesn't. Something went on with her ego. Something went on with her ego. I want to know what, and going back and forth with Britt, did Britt jab her so good that she was this desperate? I'll lie on you. If the lie don't work, then I'll do this. Like, this is what it's given. Helene said, I never forget how Kenya did Kim Fields. Girl, you and a whole lot of other folks. Just like Glizzard over on Potomac. Yep. Glizzard is nasty. Glizzard will tell a damaging lie. But I don't even know if Glizzard would have taken it this far. Because you could tell, like, when Glizzard knows she's on the verge of losing her check, she backs it back. Y'all seen her at Wendy Osefo's birthday party hugging people and dancing around for pictures. So Glizzard ain't finna mess up that check. Y'all say what y'all want to say about Glizzard and the folds on her neck. Glizzard Bryant is not messing up her check. Not for Robert, not for Mia, not for Wendy, not for Karen, not for nobody. Glizzard keeping that check. And I respect that. Ronetta Paris say that's what is being said around ATL. Okay, yeah, I missed that. I can't catch all the dirt. And I thank y'all for it because y'all make sure I be on it. Okay, my sis say Nick got some shame. It may be small, but I think the neck has the bottom. Yeah, somewhat. Kind of, sort of, maybe. I ain't seen her bottom, but I believe it's there too. I believe it. Say that P. Dizzle say, now that makes sense that she would be or was messing with Mark. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. I'm surprised because Mark ain't got no money. Now, she must have been, I'm going to say this. First of all, DT, congratulations on your 32-month royal anniversary. That's right. Subscribe, hit the like button, join the family. We love you all. Thank you, DT. That's my baby. Okay. Couture Bay say clutched pearls and mouth wide open looking around. Yes. That's when you hit that. Well, I never. Okay. Can't believe it's happening. Miss Gigi, thank you for being 117. DT is 116. Thank you. That's right, Bianca. Tell them don't forget the engagement button. So now get this. This is what is going on to me. If in fact Britt ever went with that broke man with that nose ring, it had to be before all her surgeries. Because if y'all saw, don't make me pull that lady picture up because I will. If y'all saw Britt Edie before she had her surgeries, she looked a little different. Now, after surgery, she was able to pull millionaires. So maybe, before the surgery? Are we saying pre-surgery Britt or post-surgery Britt? Which one of her dated Mark Daly with the nose ring? This had to be before the surgery. It had to be. Too Feisty to say, I'm starting to believe a lot of these never heard of rumors. Circulating about Britt coming from Kenya. The call is coming from inside the house. Which ones are you believing? Because some of your words had me crossed up. Vicky Black say you saying 100%. Virgo Gale say, I heard that because of all the lawsuits, Bravo come out with the new code of conduct clauses in their contracts. Oh, wait a minute. So y'all saying the contracts that they signed for this year had different clauses and stuff in them because of all the lawsuits they got going on because of Andy Cohen, the white Powder Ranger? No, not the Powder Ranger that messed around and made them people put clauses in their contracts. Yes, DT. Fried chicken, Glizzard neck, always put that check before anything else. And you should when you know you need that money. That's good money. I don't think nobody in this room is getting $90,000 a month. That's a lot of money. Dana Scott said because B. Scott is so close to the inside, Kenya must have put B in a different situation. Maybe because her wanted to stick her neck out for the nonsense, and B said, no, ma'am, not on my watch. I don't know what happened, Dana, but clearly something happened. Because y'all know B. Scott wouldn't have never did that. Not to his good friend Kenya, his bestie. Not to the bestie. Quita says she been doing terrible stuff for so long. Maybe she thought they weren't gonna snatch that peach away. I'm sure she thought that because I just can't see her intentionally sabotaging that check, knowing she just invested all that money in that spa. I'm just being honest. I don't see it. That Key Marie say she's hateful because she doesn't understand love and is jealous of others because of what she has lacked in her life, makes her hateful, pretty, and everything. I mean, but it's a start. It's a start. DT say pre-surgery Brit makes me think. We're not talking about that kind of surgery. She always been a girl, DT. She been a girl. She was born a girl. I should have said pre-surgery looks, Brittany. Because she looked nice to me then. It's just that she looks like two totally different people. Complexion, features, body, everything looks like a totally different person. My sister say, let her come across $90,000 a month to dress nice and eat dinner and throw shade. Girl, do you know I'd have been there with bells on? They'd have told me we started shooting at 4. I'd have been there at 3:15. I'd have been there at 3:15. I'm just telling you. So let me restate that I think Kenya and her team are spreading false rumors to turn the fans on Brit. That's exactly what she's trying to do. That's exactly what she's trying to do. You spot on. Miss Gardner said, thank you for being 125, sis. Yes, the Powder Ranger. Go, go, Powder Ranger. Andy is a Powder Ranger. So Bethany lawsuit or that article, they changed the code of conduct. Okay, that's what y'all mean. That's why I was like, tell me some more. I didn't understand. So only Andrea Koken will put clauses on everyone else's contracts, but not his. I don't think he had a choice on this one. Yeah, Lisa D, hurt people do be hurting people. They be doing it. Say maybe Kenya Haircare messed up B. Scott wigs. Child, I wouldn't put it in my head. That's all I'm gonna tell you, y'all. Enter at your own risk. My sister Lily that comes in here, the red lipstick hustler, Lily says she's used Kenya's products and she liked them. I'm never trying it. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm never trying it. Yolanda say got everything thinking something else. I don't know what that means. Tell me something else. Marcy say Kenya was trying to up the ratings and it backfired. I think it was more than that, Marcy. I think so because you saw what B. Scott said, right? So if it was just about upping the ratings, she wouldn't have started off by telling the people in charge that the girl threatened her with a pow pow. You get what I'm saying? By the time you doing this, you know what I'm saying? At that point, what you're doing is trying to get this girl fired or removed. You want her gone. Remember the lady who says she has a spa or salon or whatever, and that Kenya made such a fuss that they didn't bring her on. I think she wanted this girl gone. Excuse me. I think she wanted this girl gone. She led with the clock, clock, clock. And when that didn't work, when the poll stories didn't work, then okay, now we just gonna do this. Now we just gonna do this. Is what it's given. I want you gone is what it's given. This was not about ratings. If it had just been that, then maybe I could have said maybe she thought this was going to get attention. This was going to secure a Peach for next season. This was going to solidify her spot. This was going to get the views up. But the way B. Scott laid that out, that I was under the impression that she was claiming that the girl said that in response to what she did with those posters and pictures and the karaoke session or whatever. But the fact that she did this prior to that entire event, it was investigated prior to this entire event, and it did not work. And they said it was unfounded, meaning they couldn't prove that mess. And then this was her response to it, not to get her own security, not to play the damsel in distress, not to say, I will not film with her. I will not invite her anywhere. I will not go to any event of hers. This was, I want you gone. Rochelle Hardy. Hi. I love you back. How you doing? Jen Bunny says, yeah, Kenya wanted Brittany gone. Yeah, that's all this gives. She wanted that girl gone. Helene says Kenya thought she had pull. Those people were tired of her. I feel like after that interview she did with Carlos King, she should have been like treading very lightly, because she said that interview, Miss Thing was beside herself. That's all I'm gonna say. I told y'all when I reviewed that interview that she was not her normal self. The way she normally presents is not the way she presented in that interview. And she said some things that were inflammatory toward production and the executives over there. And I knew that at that point, you're not one of their darlings. So you're not protected after that. And she still could have had her job. They weren't trying to get rid of her because honestly, they needed her. She could have just simply not did this and kept her job, but she was not. At this point, you're no longer protected, especially if they got new code of conducts and clauses and stuff in their contracts in wake of all of these new lawsuits that are out against them. Yolanda says, Skin, you better hope her business is successful. I hope her business is successful, don't you? That girl got to make her money back now. Ronetta said they had gotten into it 2 weeks before the actual spa opening. Right. She wanted her gone. She wanted her gone. Hey, I'm that girl. Thank you for being like 127. Now, Katrina says, child, Kenya business is not finna work with, is not finna work. Who finna pay full price for services you haven't received yet? Nobody with any sense. Maybe some of her super fans will like make it like a tourist spot. Like you pay this and this holds your spot and you get to see Kenya or something. And she gonna autograph something when you get there or something. I don't know. I think I told y'all what she need to do. But maybe one of y'all who's the super fan can tell her what I said. DT says, no, I think it was more than up in ratings. I think she thought finally she had HBIC status and wanted to be like Nene and thought Britt was someone who could topple her. She could have felt threatened. Could have. Honestly, she could have. Ashley said, TBF. What do TBF mean now? I know some of them, but I don't know TBF. Okay. Andy never gave Kenya preferential treatment. They dragged her and he was checking on Portia instead. That's true, but production, she was production's darling because she did all of production's dirty work. Oh, my sis, Miss Gardner sent me a cash app. Let me send her a heart back. Look, I got a flower. Thank you, sis. Okay, my sis on the phone say TBF is to be fair. I now know. To be fair. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Ashley. Because now I know another abbreviation that I didn't know. To be fair. Yes. Her fans need to twirl over to that salon. Yes, they do. Yes, the heck they do. They need to hurry up and get their behinds over there. That girl got to get her money back. P. Dizzle say, yeah, I think all those girls kicking it with Carlos King may need to tread lightly. Bravo be looking at all of them with a side eye. You think so? I do think they need to tread lightly, not so much, and I could be wrong. I'm just telling you what I think. I think not so much because it's Carlos King, but because his platform has the size and influence that it does. If you say something out the way over there, it's going to catch like wildfire, and it doesn't reflect well, honestly. So yeah, I think all them girls kicking it need to watch it. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, Team Twirl support her business, honestly, and I mean that. Support her business. If I wasn't afraid of her bald head and me, I would pay her for a wash and a blowout or something. Makeup Addict say Kenya couldn't have thought she was HBIC status. They got rid of the Nene Leakes. Why she thought they couldn't get rid of her? Well, Makeup Addict, you got to look at, right? Her and Candy did everything they could, work with those clear people, did every nasty stunt they could to get Nene out. And with Candy gone, I think she felt like, oh, I'm it. That's why she teamed up with Portia, because she knew if it was her versus Portia, Portia was going to be the queen of the pile. So she was willing to share the top spot and feel like she was the HBIC. And I think she really felt that way because, okay, I have no opposition. I made Portia my friend. So finally, I get to be the center of everything. And I think that Britt Edie, with her personality, you weren't going to be the center of everything. I think that girl really sees Kenya as a joke. especially if she used to go with Mark with the nose ring. She probably like, girl, the man you calling your husband, I done had him before and he ain't nothing special. Ain't no telling what type of energy and shade that they was trading back and forth. And Kenya crashed out. Like, for lack of a better term, Kenya crashed out. It's crazy. Yep, I got it. I feel special. I learned one. Yay. I learned one. I feel so hip. I feel hip now. 90K a month. I would do butt naked cartwheels for that money. No, I wouldn't. Mm-mm. Not with these titties. No. No. Ashley said, thank you, sis, on the phone. See, girl, you got fans. You're going to have you a channel called Sis on the Phone. And you're going to have to tell these people all that crazy stuff you be saying to me. Michael Alexander, what up, cuz? Thank you for being number 30. You in your office enjoying the live. I appreciate you. You say the twirlers need to flow into the salon like the rivers of Babylon. Woo, not Babylon. Lord have mercy. That might be fitting considering who we talking about. Rosiah says, you don't win when you play dirty. You don't, because you got to reap what you sow. But let's talk about who else got some stuff going on. Child, them clear girls, the ghetto chicks, the ghetto chicks over in New Jersey got stuff going on. So y'all know, hey, Jicky, where you been? Popping up. 90K a month. She looks like she didn't invest her money until now with the salon. Well, she did get the house, and she got the house at a bargain, and she been using her money to fix the house. And we got to give her credit, y'all. Giselle got a fixer-upper. Kenya got a fixer-upper. Kenya got a better house. Mind you, Atlanta housing market is a lot more buyer-friendly than up there in that area, in the DMV area. But Kenya got a better house, and she put her money into her house and made her house look nice. Now, she ain't fixed that driveway, but Kenya made that house look very nice. She did very well with her money that she made. And y'all know she did invest money in her Kenya Moore hair care, and that seems to be doing well. She got in CVS and Walmart. She doing her thing. She did invest her money, but she tried to branch out to try to, get another stream of income and maximize. I just want her to get her bread right. But here's the thing. Without the 90K supplementing, like when you work for yourself, if you don't make money, you just didn't make no money. So it's like if you're working for yourself and you're building your brand, you need that income coming from something that's a dedicated source. And Bravo was a dedicated source. I just cannot understand why she would jeopardize it, to be honest. Makeup Addict says, so Kenya brought the cookie lady on for production to bring Mark old alleged girlfriend. Just like they brought in Miss Oakley for Sheree, and Sheree pulled a, yeah, I'm not coming. Ashley say, Michael always calls the Jersey girls ghetto, just like you. I can't, because they ghetto. You ghetto. You ghetto. She real ghetto. To be fair, King's house look way better than Glizzard. Yeah, Glizzard ain't doing nothing with her money. Or maybe, she got bigger kids too. Let me say that. Giselle does have 3 children. Kenya only got the one, and Giselle's girls are older. So maybe that's why she can't really just invest the money in making her house look nice. G Sawyer say Glizzard got a tear down barn and had the nerve to scrunch her nose at Monique. That's why she scrunched her nose at Monique. Monique had 4 houses and she has a barn in the woods. I probably would have scrunched my nose too. Yolanda says, skin your fans, get over to her salon and spend money for your girl. I'm telling you, if I could trust her to use quality products and none of that stuff are hers, I would. If I was in the area, I would pay for that girl to do a wash and a blowout. Like, don't do no set. Don't put no real heat in my hair. Wash it, blow it out, and send me out the door. I'd have paid for that because this is a black woman with a business. Why wouldn't I? But I don't want your products in my hair. Trina said Kenya got a house, but Glizzard Neck got a Lego barn construction site. Lord. Mike, you said, oh, wait. You in Texas right now. Oh, I know y'all hot. You waiting on 7 p.m.? I know that's right. Yes, the tear down barn. You were supposed to put everybody in the corner. At this point, all y'all is in the corner. Everybody take 30 seconds. So let's go back to these ghetto chicks in New Jersey. So the last story that came out was them fighting, okay? You got Jennifer Aiden being the hood booger she is. shoved that girl Danielle, and you know she a hood rat from I think Patterson. And so she done swung and hit the girl in the head with a plastic cup. She cussing, screaming, they acting a whole Section 8 hootenanny mess, right? So before that, the story that was going around was, Teresa and them asked the Melissa's old nose people to go find dirt on somebody. Mind you, she ain't find no dirt. So I still don't know what the story is. But in the middle of that, why is Danielle Staub coming back? Danielle Staub been having a lot to say lately. She been having a lot to say, a whole lot to say. Queen say it's hotter than a pot of chitlins and collards. Ooh, girl, that's hot. That's hot. But Danielle been having a lot to say. Like Teresa's supposed to be on Traders, I think. And I guess somebody made mention of Teresa flipping the table or whatever. And Danielle has something to say about that. Like, why y'all keep using something at my expense to promote Teresa, blase squaze. I don't know whether she got a problem with Teresa or whether she just tired of hearing about that table flip. And Teresa, you know how Teresa be acting. And Teresa screaming, prostitution, hoa. You know, that whole thing sounded like Edith Bunker. Well, baby Danielle is back for large Marge. Yes, she is. G. Sawyer, Dolores is not black, and we do not appreciate those kind of jokes over here. You will not just randomly call an ugly white woman black in my chat. If she's ugly and white, she's ugly and white. Do not come over here doing that. We do not have time for anti-black bull crap in this chat. But anywho, let me show y'all what this heifer got to say. This is too much. Y'all ain't even ready. Baby, she telling on Marge. I said, oh my God. To me, what it gives is that Marge shouldn't have never, and I mean never, switched out on this girl after you know you done told her all the business. I don't care what Wendy Williams said. Wendy had a lot of anti-black tendencies, but don't come in my chat with anti-black bullcrap. This is what I'm telling you. Now, we gossip, we play, we pray, but this is a B1 station, baby. We black first. Black first, black on purpose, black out loud, black every single day. So do not come in here with anti-black bullcrap. We do not just randomly call unattractive white women black. If you ugly and white, that's what you are. We have black women that ain't pretty. We don't need them to be replaced by nobody. Now, Dolores looked like a cross between a fish and a gorilla. That is Fish-rilla Dolores. Now, that's what that is. The only black Dolores I know is my Aunt Doll. And she's adorable. Hey, Anjanetta. Thank you for being 138. Tell them again, Queen, this is a B1 station. Now, if you can't rock with the B1, then you could be gone. And I mean that. Let's share this screen. And mind you, let me be clear. I don't have nothing against Fish-rilla Dolores. But that is Fish-rilla Dolores. She could never be a black woman. Never. Ain't nothing about her that remarkable. So let's share this screen. Here we go. I want y'all to hear what Danielle had to say, child. Turn your sound up. Make sure you can hear. Y'all look at Marge in that trout mouth. That's a ugly women, Jesus. Got faces like snow shovels. Here we go.
200, what is it? She has 275 fake accounts that she used to attack Siggy and used to attack me then. But she forgot that she let me know that that's what Lexi and all those girls she was hiring were doing all day long. Just going online and creating fake accounts so that she could go after people.
Y'all hear
I don't
this?
know people that do those kinds of things.
I had so many.
So
I thought I was going to.
it's interesting. I know.
So wait. Did y'all hear what she said? She said that large Marge got Lexi and them other girls over there creating fake accounts all day long to attack people online. I want y'all to listen one more time and hear what Danielle said. Okay, overlook the face. Like, Close your eyes if you have to. I should have just did audio. But listen now, listen careful. I'm gonna let her say it again.
Margaret Joseph's 200, what is it? She has 275 fake accounts that she used to attack Siggy and used to attack me then. But she forgot that she let me know that that's what Lexi and all those girls she was hiring were doing all day long. Just going on and creating fake accounts so that she could go after people. I don't know people that do those kinds of things.
I had so many.
So
I thought I was going to.
It's interesting.
So y'all heard what Danielle had to say. And if I'm going to be honest, I believe every word she said too. I believe every word she said. Because for the most part, y'all say what y'all want to say. Danielle been pretty solid. Now, she might, look a certain type of way. She might be a little... but she been pretty straight. She been pretty straight. As far as telling stuff and, being on the up and up. DT say, not Dumpster Danielle versus Large Marge the Barge. I have a scream. You have a scream. Candace Michelle, nice picture, sis. How you doing? This your first time live? Wait, stop the gossip. I need everybody to spam the chat and tell Candace Michelle and her glowing complexion. This sister's glowing. All right. Welcome. Welcome, sis. You in the right place. I like it. What a lovely smile. You're like one of my cousins. Hey, cuz. Okay, y'all, please spam the chat with the word welcome. This is your first time and you're welcome the next time, you family, and we may need you to help us welcome somebody else. Okay? But today it's your first time and we're happy to have you. Please come again. Please come often and feel free, feel at home, say whatever you want to say while you're in my chat. Just don't do no cussing unless you want to misspell the words. If you got to cuss, misspell the words. Say not accounts, how she knew they were fake. You didn't hear her, DT? She said that Margaret let her know that's what she do. Her and Margaret was friends at a point. You don't remember? Before she got ready to get married or whatever, she was Danielle's friend. That's why you don't fall out with people that know your dirt, which is why Candy was silly to me to be mad about Phaedra repeating stuff. This girl knows your dirt. Y'all were friends. Y'all were friends. I believe them. Child, Danielle eyebrows is just like Mr. Louis. Y'all know I told y'all Mr. Louis eyebrows made me uncomfortable. You ain't no mannequins could talk. Well, that mannequin was talking today. The mannequin was talking today. Yolanda say, and one would think plastic surgery would do wonders. It did. Ain't nobody said it was a good wonder. Ain't nobody said it was going to be a good wonder, but it's a wonder. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Ashley, what you say? Say, you know what, Auntie? There's never been a pretty housewife on New Jersey. Not a one. Not a one. It was just varying degrees of shovel face. That's right. The welcomes are rolling in. Candace Michelle, we hope you feel welcome because we truly are happy to have you. You are more than welcome, okay? More than. The sisters are lighting you up with love in the chat, and that's how I like it. You know that man's so scary looking, I have to call him Mr. Louis. I don't feel comfortable calling him nothing but Mr. Louis. You know, his skin, his eyebrows, everything, I don't really have nothing against him, to be honest. He don't really bother me. Mainly because Teresa seemed like a more palatable person since he came around. Because Teresa used to work my last good nerve, and she don't seem so bad now that she with Mr. Louis to me. I don't know. I ain't seen Danielle do a lot of lying. Maybe I missed it. Yeah, they strong. They some lethal weapons. They strong as Danny Glover and Mel Gibson in the face. All them women over there in New Jersey. But yeah, so that happened. I just wanted to make sure I let y'all know. Now, another thing that done went on, y'all ain't ready. Yeah, Mr. Louis was definitely good for her. Because Teresa used to pluck the nerve at the back of my neck, at the base of my skull. And now she don't. Louis made her a lot better. Like, Danielle looks like a whisk stuck in dog poop. Probably so. Where? Under her foot? Not Squidward. Ooh. Not Squidward. Say it must be the sun. Ooh, child. So the new code of conduct was in effect as of October 2023. Well, there you have it, folks. They better watch themselves. I feel like if you sign your contract, if y'all out here, we regular everyday people, right? We just come together to gossip. We ain't nobody special. We not the FBI, CIA, NSA, none of them, right? If we could find out that your code of conduct was October 2023, when you signed your contract, you knew you had a new code of conduct. Why would you be playing around? Like, I don't understand. You better watch yourself. I am redeemed. Well, which one look black? Because we ain't seen no black person on New Jersey. Ain't nothing but a bunch of ugly white women. Thank you for being like number 146. Man, Lissa is not cute. She looked like broken glass on the floor. Okay. P. Dizzle say rumor has it Louis got lawsuits. So do all the rest of them. Frank got disbarred. Joe getting sued everywhere because he won't pay nobody. What are we talking about? I don't really care about his lawsuits. He don't owe me no money. I know Teresa don't get on my nerves as bad. That's really the only thing I care about because that's what I have to see on the screen. And he stopped her from getting on my nerves real bad. And for that, I'm gonna be forever thankful. And I'm just gonna try not to look at his eyebrows because they scare me. I feel like he brought them down like a half an inch or something for this season. They don't seem to be up as high as they were before. Even say Melissa, when she first got on the show, was the prettiest, but between age and surgeries, she right in line with the rest now. She was not as ugly as the rest when she first came on, but she wasn't never pretty. Them some hard looking women. Say the one that keep none of those women look black. Y'all gonna stop calling ugly women black. Just because a woman is ugly does not make her black. I'm sorry. Y'all got to stop that. Y'all really got to stop that. That self-hate is heavy. That self-hate gonna kill y'all one day. Every time y'all see an ugly white woman, y'all, oh, she look black. Do y'all really think that's what you look like? Do y'all really see ugly women of different races and be like, wow, she's really ugly? Well, I mean, we're ugly. So, I mean, guess that means she looks like us. Stop that. Stop that. Black women are beautiful. So please stop looking at ugly women from that are non-black and automatically wanting to claim them because they're ugly. Y'all have got to stop that. Like, you got to learn to love yourself. Just stop it. Good Lord. That woman she looked like Mighty Joe Young and Jaws had a baby. That's an ugly woman. And y'all up here talking about she looked black. What looked black about her? What looked black about her? Which part of that hard face looked like a black woman to you? We have some of the most beautiful, exotic women on the planet. When God made black women, he was showing his behind. And y'all will go find something that don't even look mediocre. It looked like something out of Creature Feature and say, oh, it looked black. How? Y'all gonna mess around and make me put a self-love meter on my door to get in here. Y'all gonna stop that. Anita said Kenya was allowed to get away with stuff for so long. She felt she was untouchable. When she pulled Kim Field's chair, she should have been removed. She should have been, because that was a physical, in my opinion, that was a physical altercation. Literally just the tan. Yeah, because the rest of that face is painful. Hey, Miss Reed, thank you for being 148, girl. HL, don't be dead. Come back. Come here, Lazarus. Come here, Lazarus. Get up out that grave. Get up, Lazarus. Because y'all be taking me out with that. I swear for M&M's, all a white woman got to do is be ugly. I swear that's all she got to do. Look at that big burly Kardashian whore. The one that's that Chris cheated on her husband to get. The real big burly one, the big backed one. That thing looked like a whole dude. First, she looked black. Stop that. Stop saying that. Jen Buddy said, yikes, I'm being for real. I'm so tired of that. HL said I'm funny. I'm being for real. If I could come back to this life 1,000 times, I'd be a black woman every time. I find us to be absolutely captivatingly, stunningly gorgeous. What is this weird obsession with finding ugly white women and calling them black? Like, y'all have got to stop that. I swear to God, there's got to be a pill for it. There's got to be. Yolanda Franklin say those who self-hate need help. Baby, there's got to be a medicine. Hey, Linnaeus. Yes, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Cut that foolishness out. Hey, Tina Bernard Greer, are you new? Oh, she is lovely. Welcome. If you new, please put FTL so we can welcome you to the chat. You say she not ugly, she dark. Italians do have black ancestors. Girl, a sprinkle of African blood from 2 or 3,000 years ago does not make a black person. She is ugly as 7 sacks of crap. Y'all gonna make me pull this lady picture up. Y'all gonna get her drug. Y'all gonna get a drug up here lying. Hey HL, thank you for being 149. Yeah, Chloe, that's the big backed one. Every time I turn around, that is not OJ's daughter. That is Alex Roldan's daughter. She is darn near a twin to her white daddy. Thank you, Jibret. I love the skin I'm in too. I don't know what's going on with that weird stuff. If you want to call them pretty, but stop calling them ugly heifers black. That's what I said. That crap is offensive. Sitting up calling ugly women black. That's like, what are you even saying? If you don't love yourself, love your mother. Ain't your mama black? My mama black. My mama was the most beautiful woman in the world to me. I could never see an ugly woman and say, you got to be black because you ugly. Hey, Melanie, thank you for being 150. Yes, that one drop rule got them disrespecting us, you guys. Yes, that one drop rule is messing them up. Miss Ree say, I can go for a good old drag. This is Tina Bernard Greer's first time live. I need y'all to spam the chat with welcome while I pull up Fisherilla Dolores's picture so y'all can explain to me where the pretty at. Because I'm tired. I'm tired. Matter of fact, I'm going to start doing this every time there's an ugly white woman that y'all tell me is black. What y'all going to do? Y'all going to tell me Caitlin Clark black next? Because y'all tend to love ugly long as it's pale. Y'all will see some ugly pale stuff and start calling it black in a minute. Is she gonna be the next one you call black? Why is she up there looking just like Elliot Stabler? Is that what's next? Candace Michelle say if Brittany threatened her, can you file? No, she ain't filed no police report, sis. Say I would think a single mother would be concerned about her safety. That's what she's saying now because the lie she told didn't stick. She ain't filed no report. She didn't refuse to film with her. She didn't do none of that. Tina, the welcomes are coming in. I'm sorry you came in while I was dragging, but sis, they got to stop this. They got to stop this. Welcome to the porch, Tina. Please know you welcome. We're so happy to have you. Lady E, thank you for being 151. Girl, I'm not convinced that Caitlin Clark is an XX either. Now, I'm going to just say that. That's Elliot Goddern Stabler. She worked with Olivia Benson. Mm-hmm. Because I need y'all to make this make sense to me. I'm about tired. I'm gonna tell you just like it is. I'm tired. Because at what point do we, be for real? At what point can we be for real? I'm trying to find a good picture. It's hard to even find a good picture of this thing. This a fair picture. It's a good shot of this face. Real good shot. We finna share this screen because y'all gonna stop this mess today, and I mean it. Hey, Angela Davis, thank you for being 162. Eva, you taking me out. Let me share this screen because y'all gonna stop this. This is out of hand. This is completely out of hand. And then when you call them on the stop calling her black, now we gonna pretend she pretty. Okay. Y'all see this in him. Okay, so y'all can see this face, right? I want to make sure y'all can see this face. I want y'all to explain what's pretty about this. I want a big picture. This ain't even enough for me. Because I'm tired. It's exhausting at this point. There you go. That's a better picture. I want y'all to really get a good look at this and help me understand. Help me help you. Help me help you. Hold on, I'm gonna have to switch over. Hold on. I'm gonna switch to a better screen. Yeah, makeup addict, Blackwell. Like it's at a certain point, we got to be for real. At a certain point, I'm gonna need y'all to be for real. Eva, I like Dolores too. I don't have nothing against Dolores if I'm being honest, but I'm not finna sit up and say she pretty or black because she's neither. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna just leave this right here and we're gonna have a little chit chat before we move to the next story. Y'all got to stop this. Ain't nothing about this lady reads black. Nothing. I don't care if she laying that sun till her skin turned to pure beef jerky. This is not a black lady. It's not. Not that extra flat forehead, not them extra strange looking inflated lips, them fish lips, not that jutting brow that's giving very much Mighty Joe Young, not those flattened out downward sloping cheekbones, not those strange looking eyes, not them hard looking lines in her face. Ain't nothing in this face giving black woman. This is giving a fish and a gorilla had a baby. Now, if you like her, that's cool. I like Dolores on the show, but y'all got to stop doing this. Y'all, it can be in the eye of the beholder, but the black ain't in the eye of the beholder. Where's the black? This what I'm talking about. Now, if you look at something that look like a fish gorilla, and that's your apex of beauty. That is the apex of femininity to you. You see this and you see pretty. I'm not even gonna refer you for LASIK surgery. That'll be between you and your optometrist. But why are y'all trying to tell me that this is a black woman? Well, no, there is no find a better picture. I shouldn't have to go fishing for pictures. I found a picture where she was facing the camera. Y'all gonna dislocate your shoulder trying to reach for them other people. This lady is not black. Where's the black? Quiet Storm say her teeth white. There you go. But I'm just saying, like, I notice a trend because I don't see y'all running around claiming people that don't look hard in the face. Y'all not claiming people that don't look hard in the face. She could be in any action movie. Right alongside Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Dolph Lundgren. Throw in Jean-Claude Van Damme. This girl got a face harder than corn liquor. And y'all sitting up in here talking about that's a black woman. The lies you tell. Blasphemy. Stop that. Hell no, she ain't pretty. Yeah, I don't care nothing about how much they tan. No, you don't get to be assigned the designation of a black woman. That is our birthright. That is our birthright. You can't just assign that to some critter because they laying out in the sun looking like they looking. Tony Boo say, hey, y'all, I'm glad I came in here. Ain't nothing about Dolores that gives black at all. Nothing. Sitting up there looking like she finna remake Die Hard with a Vengeance. The hell? That don't make no goddamn sense. Y'all gonna stop that mess. I mean, stop it too. Lord Katrina say that's the female He-Man cartoon, and you know this. And the same people be real extra critical when it comes to black women. The most feminine, the most elegant women on the planet. These are the women that you'll call manly. Bullet Serena Williams till she done butchered the hell out of herself She don't even look like herself no more. But then to sit up and call something look like that pretty. Oh, it's black. The lies and shame. Linnaeus, hey girl, say not the masculine energy is strong. Crimson Chin. Crimson Chin. Hey, the beautiful Chanel D Queen. How you doing, sis? We gonna move to the next story. I ain't gonna drag her too bad because Dolores ain't did nothing to nobody. But y'all got to stop that anti-blackness stuff, or at the very least, stop it over here. And Janetta say, to me, she sure look like that puppet named Madam. She give you a little bit of Madam. She give you a little Madam. Ashley say, like when she called Mia a large Hispanic gentleman, and did. She looked like the local T.O. at the Home Depot parking lot. Sure do look like if you pull up, she gonna run up to that car. Ask you if you need some work. Tony Booth say, and it baffles me how we be so quick to jump on the bandwagon of calling them black or being black is a privilege. Yes, you don't just pass out your birthright. Come on now. Stop it. But listen, let me tell y'all what else done went on since we gossiping and we got time. We got time today? Do we have time? I hope we got time because I want to talk. If we ain't got time, tell me in the chat. But listen, so y'all know the churn was out there on Juneteenth in California. All the churn that could get tickets, okay? Because my baby couldn't get no tickets because all y'all churn got the tickets first. I don't know who all churn was there, but they ain't leave no tickets for my baby to get no tickets. So they was all out there in California on Juneteenth, okay? And they was to the Pop Out Ken and Ken Pop Out and Friends, or Pop Out Ken and Friends, whatever the hell little Kendrick called it. Okay? All right? And P. Dizzle, I'm going to tell you like this. On this porch, black women have a monopoly on beauty. And I'm going to leave your comment right there because I want to let this marinate and sink in for you. On this porch, black women have a monopoly on beauty. Let it sink in. Learn it, live it, love it. Because over here, black women have a monopoly on beauty. Our most unattractive woman is still enviable. There is still a grace and a beauty in the most unattractive black woman that you will never find anywhere else. So on this porch, black women have a monopoly on beauty. Now, if you feel something different in your heart, you're going to have to keep it to yourself on this porch. See, I warned y'all up front. This is a B1 channel. Okay? Yeah. We got to call it what it is over here. We're going to call it what it is over here. Okay, Ashley says she got a little time. Say she got to leave at 3:30, but she got a little time. Okay, because she on California time. So the children was out there to the thing what Kendrick and them had going on. Okay, the little pop-out thing where he was out there, kicking the corpse of that little boy from Canada. You understand? So everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Everybody, as it is, y'all know what's going on in the country. I ain't got to tell you. You can't even get in your car. Right. And you know what? That's sad. The fact that you don't feel like black women are the most beautiful thing on this planet. The fact that you don't agree with that, child, are you sure you in the right place? You sure you didn't make a wrong turn? Yeah, there's other porches to find for yeah. Because that's the rule over here. Over here, black women we don't have any equals. Black women don't have any equals over here. I ain't seen it. Even them evil ones like Kenya Moore. You can't find no others that look nothing like her. She's something to see. With her tacky self. She's something to see. So if you disagree with the fact that we absolutely have a monopoly on beauty, you might have made a wrong turn. But back to what I was saying. So the churn is doing their thing. Y'all know what's going on. If you in this country at all, and in different countries at this point, you can't even get in your car without hey, run for your life. And I just be like, I laugh a little bit. Every time I hop in the car and I hear, oh, ho, I say, oh, God, they not like us. That's all you hear. So we know what's going on. You know, I ain't got to go into it. We know what's going on. So they had the little concert out yonder. They had the concert out yonder. The children had fun. They done shot the video. They're out there, you know, having a good time. Little Kendrick walking around with the people. Somebody's auntie or big mama reached and pinched his cheek, and he just face lit up. He's so cute. I said, "Oh, look at the baby." Just good time. Good time. You understand? And there's a gentleman by the name of Icon, and he spells it EYECON. Icon. Okay? I want y'all to hear what he had to say, because I found it to be very interesting and disturbing at the same darn time. I mean, very interesting, very disturbing. This the kind of stuff you just can't make up. I know I couldn't make it up. I don't have it in me. This is going to be an audio moment, but I want y'all to hear this, because I feel like we can't pretend like this didn't just happen. Okay? I want y'all to hear what others are having to say about Black people having anything. I want y'all to hear this. And this is a perfect transition, because we just had somebody try to tell us that there's anybody on the planet that can match the beauty of Black women. Okay, so this was the perfect transition. Okay, Jen Bunny talking about it's the wop for her. See, y'all all hooked on that darn song. It ain't gonna never go away. Shaniqua Belton, thank you for being 163. Yes, EYE Con is what he said his name is. But turn y'all sound up. This is the audio moment. I want you to hear this. It's important. Okay.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man. But
and a lot of people are telling me that I sound like so basically I feel like the Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man. But
and a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right, because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you going to say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform, yeah.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see him perform because I caught it late.
I saw the clip.
I
didn't even see that clip.
Picture of someone posting that he performed.
Do you think it had something to do with it being Juneteenth?
I don't understand.
He don't understand.
I thought Juneteenth was like on the 16th or something like that. It's on June 19th.
It was Juneteenth yesterday.
Yeah, it was Juneteenth. Facts.
I respect it.
Do you think that had something to do with it?
Had something to do with what? The fact that they threw the show that day? Or that there was no Mexicans on stage?
There you go. Do you think it was supposed to be like...
First of all, let me start off by saying congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and all of the wonderful individuals that performed last night.
Yeah, shut him up.
So, I'm not trying to go racial with it, but I will say...
we're just picking each other's brains apart.
Although it was Juneteenth, and I believe that's in remembrance of the massacre... I don't want to be wrong, but is it in Tulsa or in Selma?
I don't even know.
Or a place over there? I could be wrong, and I hate to be wrong, but I know it's in remembrance of a massacre that took place, right? I like to say that the Mexican people have been persecuted in this wonderful land for a long time.
Mm.
No, yeah, so basically...
So y'all heard this fool, right?
Mexican people...
He said they've been mistreated in this land for a long time. What the hell they got to do with Juneteenth? And Jen Bunny had an excellent point. So why are you discussing it then? Yes, Marcy, Black American people created hip hop. That's number one. It don't belong to you. You are a tourist at best. And you may be allowed to participate because Black people still ain't learned how to gatekeep and close the goddamn door. But it's the entitlement for me. you felt underrepresented at a Juneteenth celebration, and you don't even know what Juneteenth is. I thought it was the 16th. I thought it had something to do with Tulsa. What? So you don't even know what it's for, but you need to be represented in it. Black people can't have a celebration that you're not represented in without you getting on a podcast to sound stupid. Now let's go ahead and hit this, because I see you can't let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Because see, bag lady, you gonna hurt yourself carrying all them bags. We have a unique beauty, but it's not the only beauty. I don't venerate any race above my own. Now let me help you out. See, I saw your first comment and I overlooked it. But now since you can't let it go, bag lady, you gonna hurt your bag. Dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you all you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. I want y'all all to read this, because see, you need help. I love our blackness. We have uniqueness and beauty unlike any other, but what makes our beauty different is that we recognize it in ours. No, honey, what makes our beauty different is that the world recognizes it. Our beauty is undeniable. Our beauty has caused untold amount of damage to the planet. From them not only wanting to oppress, cover up, hide our beauty, being envious of our beauty, wanting to possess our beauty, trying to make us deny and hate our own beauty. And when they could no longer do that, then they wanted to claim our beauty. Much like now that we are proud and in love with our reflection again, now everybody wants to be considered black. And it's Negroes like you that help make it possible. Talking about, I don't venerate any race above my own. It's not the only beauty. You never heard me say it was. I said that ours was unparalleled. I said we hold the monopoly. And you know why we hold the monopoly? See, I can explain that to you intelligently. The reason is because they don't even feel beautiful until they look like us. Clock that T. Clock that T. That is why we have no parallel. That is why there is no competition. That is why nobody can stand next to us. Nobody sits at the table with the actual queens, with the actual mothers. Nobody. There's nowhere you go on this planet in the civilized world where anybody is trying to call anything beautiful until they can imitate something from us. Why do you think there's a multi-billion-dollar industry of people trying to imitate our bodies, imitate our lips, imitate our eye structure, imitate our cheekbones? Like, let's really tell the truth. Getting injections to darken their skin, and all the way over there in Asia where they hate our guts, frying their hair within an inch of their lives, trying to make that beautiful kinky coil that reaches toward the heavens. So no, we do not have any competition. And we do have the monopoly because they don't feel like nothing till they look like us. Period. And that's global. We having this conversation right now because everything about us is the pinnacle. We created something around 50 years ago by the name of hip hop. And for the last 50 years, we've made it the absolute pinnacle of what everybody wants to be. They ready to fight us tooth and nail to take something that we created because it absolutely demonstrates not only our creativity, our art, our strength, our resilience, our durability. It also typifies our beauty. It has centered our women as enviable characters to the world. The entire world, to the extent that people consider behaving or acting American as imitating Black America, the way we dress, the way we speak, our slang, our dialect, our colloquialisms, even the way we wear our hair. You got clear women trying to make baby hairs. Get the hell out of here. Who can dispute me that we don't have a monopoly on beauty? Who can dispute it? Who? Let's be honest. Let's be very honest. They called themselves the standard of beauty as long as they could, but only in reaction to how insecure they felt about the beauty of a Black woman. Let's not get it twisted. What is it? The braids? Now can we get back to the gossip I was talking about, or do we have to keep having this lesson about why we're us and they're just them? Can we go on now? Candace say, I feel blessed to be a Black woman, and me too, because I would hate to have to spend all my money to try to look like one. Thanks, Mama. It must suck to have to spend all your money to try to look like a Black girl when you could just be born one. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I'm not sure why we had to go back over there. Because when I say I'm done, I'm done. And it's usually best to let me be done. Because anything I say, I can defend. Thank you, HL. You're such a gentleman. So back to Icon. This man sat up here on this podcast, did not even know what Juneteenth was, and said, I feel like Mexicans wasn't represented. We were underrepresented. Why on earth do you need to be represented at a Juneteenth celebration? More to the point, why is it that you are so interested in being centered in Black American culture and you know nothing about Black American history? The same people whose culture you feel entitled to, you know nothing about their history. A whole lot of people's culture is hinged on their history. Their history plays a huge part in the culture of people. So how on earth, please tell me, do you want to be centered and included and feel entitled to inclusion in a people's culture and you don't care enough to even know the history? If Juneteenth was a celebration of the last Black Americans from chattel slavery being freed in Texas, why would that include anybody other than the Black American people that it affected? Why do you need to be centered? Why do you feel the need to be represented? Now, this man did come back and he lied. You lied. He lied. Oh, I didn't know what Juneteenth was. I didn't know it was Juneteenth. Now, we just heard him on this podcast with his co-stars, co-hosts. I think one of them could have been a guest, God only knows, telling him it was Juneteenth. And he still came back and his damage control statement was, well, I didn't know it was Juneteenth. I didn't know it was for Juneteenth. And then to say, well, I know it had to do with Tulsa or Selma or a riot or what? What? Y'all, it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I just wanted to drop that in there because I just thought this was the most ridiculous story I had heard in a very long time. Okay? Quiet Storm said, exactly, DT. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo alongside them, but never complain about representation. Yes, some of y'all do be celebrating that. I don't. I know August 5th, I want to celebrate Cinco de Negro. Who want to go with me over to Birmingham so we could go to the boat dock? I want to go to the boat dock for real. Who want to go with me? Anjanetta Porter say, as a child, I was teased because of my beautiful Black skin. I was told I was ugly, but because I love the skin I'm in, I didn't let that, I guess, make me dislike who God made me to be. Well, I hope so. Soul Sister say she'll go with me. I want to go over there, girl, get us some, cute outfits and stuff and hang out and get some drinks and party a little bit. Not party like no club, but, find some grown people stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I know it got to be some grown folk stuff to do. Get us some cocktails, hang out on the water, go out on the boat cruise. I want to go to the Cinco de Negro this year. Marcia saying, this is why you were not invited. 2 days before your birthday? What? Listen, my baby that's in the chat, Geneva, her birthday is August 3rd. So you one of them Leos. I knew I liked you. I don't know. Me and a Leo, I could rock with a doggone Leo. I love me some Leos. Not just because I birthed one. I like Leos. So listen, so that happened. But that ain't all. We got to keep moving because other stuff was going on too. So now something else that's happening that y'all need to hear about shook me to the core. Y'all, they saying the Fugees is working on an album. And by Fugees, I mean Pros, Wyclef, and Lauryn Hill. The rumors are out that the Fugees are working on a new album. I don't know how to take this. I don't know whether they're gonna go through with it. I don't know. But that's the word on the curb. This is according to page 6. They say they are working on a new album. They broke up back in 1997, and they are saying that they are working on a new album. So y'all, we could get some new. Listen, my head is about to explode. When I saw this, I'm like, I have to report it because, like, how is this happening? How is this real? And yet, here we are. Here we are. LL got some new stuff out. Buster got some new stuff out. MC Light got new stuff out. No, Prize is not in jail. He obviously he working on this album, or maybe he laid down tracks so he went to jail. I don't know. They say he working on the album, and it's supposed to be all 3 of them. And this is the first time since they break up. Is Lauren gonna show up to the studio sessions? Well, see, with the studio, they can kind of play with her. They could wait till she feel like getting there. It ain't like concerts. Nene actually say she'll go with me and Soul Sister down to the Gump. I want to go. I ain't even playing. Jen Bunny say, oh wow, oh yes, it looked like we might mess around and get some good music again. Lauren's son looked just like Bobby Marley. Well, do you know that's they kin people, child? Lauren coming. Lauren is coming. That's what they say. I want to make sure y'all knew that. That's a real quick. Listen, this what else going on. SWV is doing a tiny desk. Let me see if it's out. Because I ain't had a chance to watch it, and I'm excited, and I wants to watch it. It is out. It is out. It is out. It is out. NPR's Tiny Desk SWV has performed, and they did their thing. I wish I could play it, but I'm scared. Do you think we'll get a copyright for the Tiny Desk performance? I ain't gonna try it. But they did right here. They did Weak Child. They did all their vocals live, and y'all know they tore it down. So when I get off of here, I'm going to watch SWV on Tiny Desk because you know that's going to be off the wing. Y'all little cousin from Canada, Aubrey, little Drake. He I don't know what the hell he's smoking. Is it crack? You know, is it pills? He did a song with this girl, Camila Cabello, and they say this girl got a history of calling people Niggers. Say she called Normani one and had some racist tweets and stuff when her and Normani was in this group Fifth Harmony. So now he doing music with known racists. Y'all pray for little Aubrey if you like him. I can't be bothered. And last but not least, Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Megan Pete, done dropped her album yesterday. It came out on the 28th. Well, not yesterday. It came out in the middle of the night, midnight on the 28th. And I listened to every cut on that album. She showed her tail. It was new. It was fresh. She had one, the Otaku song, I think is how you say it, with the little Japanese rap on. I don't know what the hell he was talking about, but it sounded good. I heard Washitashi something, and she said arigato, and they was doing their thing, and it sounded wonderful. It was just very fresh. It didn't sound old. It didn't sound dated. It didn't sound heavy. It didn't sound tired. The cut with UGK was everything. I like the little song with what's the girl named Victoria Monet. Y'all tell me if I get the name wrong. But it was good. She had one called Accent with Glow, and I thought that was super cute because you got your little Texas accent on there and the little Memphis accent on there. It was really cute. I enjoyed it. So if y'all got little people, go ahead and buy them albums. I paid for what they do, the pre-sale. I bought Eva's ahead of time. I don't need one. I'm a little too grown for that. But yeah, so just so y'all know, it is out. It's enjoyable. She put her work in. Absolutely good stuff, good work. But I'm not joking. I'm finna get me something to eat, get me a cold drink, because my sister gave me something toward my drink. And I'm finna watch Tiny Desk and listen to SWV. with the right here and then weak, because weak is my song. Y'all remember back in the day, nobody knew the words to weak. I get so dee and the some sleep and lose trolls and it take over me on the days. It was amazing. It's something. And everybody was singing that song. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to go and listen to the Tiny Desk. Yeah, it's going down. Rita P say, oh, you a Leo too. See, that's why you got that lion, boy. Y'all off the chain. The Lions, no live talk. What is live talk? What you mean, HL? Tell me something. Tell me something else. Tell me something good. What you talking about? No live talk. What's the live talk? Remember, I'm old now. What's live talk? I'm waiting on HL to tell me what you're talking about now. Hold on. Two Fights to say, this was fun. Everyone, Seanitra, have you ever seen Moochie's Front Porch? No, I have not. I've never heard of Moochie. Oh, y'all gonna talk? Yes. If y'all want to talk to me now, that's a different story. Let me put the stream y'all in the chat. Y'all know I'd be so happy to have somebody to talk to. What? Are you kidding me? I will order me something to eat and sit up in here and talk to y'all while I'm chewing. Somebody want to talk to me? The stream yard is in the chat. Tell me what y'all think about everything about Kenya, about Marge supposedly hiring them people to make 275 fake accounts. What's going on with Juneteenth being on the 16th about a Tulsa riot and not the end of chattel slavery in America for Black Americans? Tell me what y'all think about all of it. Two Fights to say she gonna come talk to me? What? HL, you better come talk to me too now. I really do want to know what y'all think. I just got in the habit of people not wanting to talk to me. I'm messing up. Hey, girl.
Hey, Seanitra. Oh, sorry for my...
Your throat went to messing up on you?
Hello?
You can hear, okay, we can hear you. My big woman life. Thank you for the super chat. Say SWB Tiny Desk was lit. I was choir dancing at work, chair dancing at work. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna be chair dancing as soon as I get to talking to y'all because I'm gonna get into it. Okay. Too Feisty HL. Y'all holler at me now. Too Feisty, your voice went out and then you
yes, as soon as I click the link, that's when I get calls. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's all right. HL, how you doing?
Hey, HL.
You got to unmute now. HL, tap the microphone to unmute. Maybe. Hey, you were unmuted and you muted back.
Maybe somebody calling them too.
Maybe he got a phone call.
Okay.
You there?
Sorry, can you hear me?
There we go.
Yes, we can hear you. Hey.
Okay. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm better now. Y'all came to talk to me. So, Too Feisty, you first. Tell me what you think about everything. I want to hear. I want to hear it.
Okay. All. Well, because like the main reason I came up was like, so okay, we like Tiny Desk. We love Tiny Desk. But I recently discovered a channel very similar to Tiny Desk, and I feel like you'll like it because it's like that same live performance thing, but they doing it on the front porch. So it's like a whole house setup. It's a front porch. It's a microphone. It's a band. That's it. It ain't a bunch of extras. And so yeah, they getting down. It's that OG. Like I saw Rough Ends did a couple of their songs. Tweet did some of her music.
Something like that. I don't think I knew what it was called.
I think, like, if I'm not correct, because it's a YouTube channel, it's called Moochie's Front Porch. So if I'm just trying to put you on because you was talking about going to see the Tiny Desk. You was talking about going to see the Tiny Desk, and I'm about to go watch it too after the live. So, but yes, I recently discovered it. I feel like you'll like it.
Oh, and I was supposed to shout somebody out too. It's this guy called the Shadow Band Network. He does great music commentary too. And he was talking about the guy, that icon guy talking about that we wasn't centering other people in Juneteenth. So Shadow Band Network, y'all, please show that brother some support. He seems to do a lot of work as far as getting his research and kind of trying to know what he's talking about. So please.
Okay, we love something research based. I definitely will check that out.
Yeah, Shadow Band Network.
Shadow Band Network.
Yeah, check him out. Check him out. Solid young brother. And y'all know I believe in supporting young folks at all costs. Okay, so listen, talk to me. HL, what you got? What you
Yeah,
got?
because HL asked for the link. I'm ready to see what's going on.
Yeah, HL, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to talk about this Kenya thing.
Yes, talk about it.
So I found out what happened because it was a lot of mixed stuff going on out there. People were saying this, people were saying that. And I think that
Mhm.
we're doing a disservice by changing the story. People are changing the story and comparing her to other people. And we just, the Phaedra read and stuff, we weren't this aware of it back then. Like it wasn't it wasn't as big, the Me Too situation. And, we're just a little bit more aware of these situations that we weren't aware of before. And so it comes with a different weight. It's just baffling to me that Kenya let a new girl rattle her like that to where she would do something like this. I'm pretty shocked about that. But
Yeah,
it's weird to see them flip it and be like, oh, Bravo is the problem. Well, Nene's been saying that Bravo was the problem. And now Kenya's saying, well, I'm a victim. Well, Nene was saying she was a victim. And you and Candy didn't see it for Nene when she was telling you all of these things that were going on. You guys participated
yeah,
in getting her out.
that's true.
And now
That's
you guys want to have some sympathy. And it's weird because there's people out there and they have platforms and they are saying, I don't believe it. What she did wasn't revenge P. But it's the simple fact that Kenya is grown. Why would she
50.
do anything like that at all?
And can I interject really quick though? I
Yeah.
think that we can acknowledge like more than one thing at a time. Bravo is absolutely the problem because they should have stopped her long before now. And I think that while this may not statutorily, like under any statute, fall under the legal parameters to be called revenge cornucopia, it's still outside of any company's code of conduct. Like there's no company you're going to work for that's okay.
Yeah. And people are making it seem like, oh, she didn't do that. She just took a picture and put something on it. It was Photoshop. Well, you go when you take a picture of your boss and you Photoshop it and take it into work and see if you got a job.
I mean, that's
To
called
see if you
harassment.
still
It's
have
called,
job.
sexual harassment when you do that in the workplace. So just saying, like,
Yeah.
any end of the spectrum, like I've been saying, best case scenario, sexual harassment, worst case scenario, RP, it's still not good. It still could cost the company a lot of money in a lawsuit and litigation. So
Yeah. And I
I'd
mean,
like
I
to
will
say this.
support it, Kenya.
I'd like to say this too, because another narrative that's been pushed by quite a few Bravo celebrities that are like currently on the network or used to be former, Bravo celebrities. Well, when did they start having rules? And that may work for a regular, ordinary person that's been plucked out of private citizen and becoming a public figure. But we're talking about former Miss USA, somebody who has been in Hollywood and LA and on the sets of movies and television shows. You absolutely know how to conduct yourself in production, in spaces of production, in front of people. There's no reason why this should have happened, and you knew better to some extent. You just were used to not being reprimanded for your actions.
And can I say this? Didn't y'all just tell me that them people changed their code of conduct October gone? So if they
They
changed
changed
their
their code, yeah.
right, so if they changed their code of conduct and it's known, they didn't change it and then hide it from them. You knew you couldn't do this. Why would you
Yeah.
do it? It's
Because
not
But
they're
even
if
like
used
it,
to
oh,
doing it and not getting
rules.
punished for it. Yeah.
Right, but this is my thing. You can't say they made rules and they hid it from me. Oh, when did they get rules? It's clear that you knew when they got rules. They got rules October 2023. What do you mean? When did they get rules? You know when they got them.
I literally just acknowledged the updates to the handbook for my job earlier this morning. For all the people who work a regular job, we all know they have all that stuff. They give you a contract, you sign it, you acknowledge it. When they give you updates, they are legally required to give you those things. You go in the break room, they got all the labor stuff on the wall. They legally have to show it so that you are made aware. And like I said, this is somebody who has worked in Hollywood on the sets of productions for a long period of time. This is somebody who's very smart.
Yeah,
we
and
know
I'm
what
sure
we
she
can and can't
reads-
do.
And I'm sure she reads her contracts and she reads her codes of conduct. She knew she couldn't do that.
Yes.
She knew.
And
She
for
pushed
all
the
the people
line.
who are saying, "Oh, well, this is all new, and since when do Candy? When do we have rules? When do we have rules?" Well, you should be very aware of the rules because you don't have Bethany Frankel's status. When Bethany Frankel was grandfathered in, she did not share any the proceeds of her business money with Bravo, and they changed that to where you now have to give them 10% if you're going to mention it on their platform. So the
There
contracts and the
you
rules
go.
are always changing. So we can't put that out there now. Like, when did we get rules? Well, there's always been rules and there's always been updates. Otherwise, you would be getting
Right.
what Bethany Frankel was getting.
But this particular update, you all are saying took place October of last year. So you did this after being fully aware that you could not do it. Like at
Right.
that point, everything else is a moot point. Everything else is a moot point. If there is no rule about dress code, right? You're working somewhere, wherever. It can be corporate America, peanut field, whatever. There's no rules about dress code. If they update your rule book and they say, hey, starting on December 27th, anybody caught with a red shirt is fired. At that point, you have been put on notice. If you come in there with any variation of a red shirt, you are asking to be relieved of your position.
Right.
Period.
I just thought it was really whack for Candy to do that, knowing how she felt about what was said about her, even
She's
with
really
the Kim
whack.
Zolciak, the money situation for don't be tardy for the party, and Kim
Yep.
being able to run and put a narrative out there, and then Candy getting on the reunion and crying. And then if you want to even talk about that Phaedra situation, I don't see it that way, but that's how Candy sees it. And so for her to come on that radio station and say that to defend Kenya, I thought it was whack.
It was
Phaedra got
whack.
shadow banned from Bravo for a rumor she told off camera.
Yeah, she never even said it on camera. Like that was to me the most egregious about that situation. She repeated a rumor that I fully believe she got from Carlos King. I'm gonna believe it until the Lord show me something else. I believe she got it from him. He can deny it all he wants. That's what I believe. She repeated a rumor, not in front of a camera. Hey, Seanitra Howell, thank you for being 176, sis. Not in front of a camera. And she needs to be blacklisted. She needs to not be able to work for Bravo. She needs to not be on the screen. I'm not going to work with her. Phil68, I love your name. And you know why. Thank you for being 177. Welcome. But she needs to be off the screen. But then when there's somebody that you like and they're doing it to someone else, I don't agree with her being suspended. I don't think she need no discipline. A rumor off camera as opposed to somebody's sexually explicit material in the midst of a actual act, blown up still shots on a poster board and Photoshop pictures on the screen on the wall.
Yeah,
all
even
of
if
that
it is what they're
is
saying.
okay.
Can
But
I
I'm
add
just
to
saying,
what
like,
you're saying?
you're physically showing the pictures of this woman engaged in that act
At work without people's consent
at
to
work.
see it.
And mind you, and when you weigh that against a rumor that was told off camera, off set, off the clock, apples and watermelons, like one is way more heavy, one is way more egregious, and it does not take a rocket scientist to determine which one. Too feisty. What you was about to say, baby?
No, I was going to say, and just another thing, just to call out the hypocrisy in the situation was one of the things that she found to be the most upsetting, she being Candy, is that she felt like they were going to come after her businesses, her being a businesswoman, having this attached to her name. This is going to ruin my credibility and my, my reputation, and it's going to ruin my businesses, which, I'm not going to deny that's the case. But isn't it just as damaging for this lady to be in the insurance business and for you to have poster boards?
But actually, if we're going to keep it real too feisty, it's far more damaging to Brit.
It is.
Because the
Okay, you
rumor-
got me. You got
But
me.
you dig? Because
Yeah,
the rumor,
this gonna lead to charges.
because the rumor was never that you put something in her drink and stole her cookies. That was never the rumor.
Yes.
The rumor was, I heard you say that you wanted to. Somebody saying they heard that you want to do something is not going to ruin your reputation. It's not going to damage your business. It can't damage your brand because your brand is smut.
At best, it'll embarrass you. At best, it'll embarrass you.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not even that. You sell, your brand is smut. You sell marital aids. You sell vibrating toys for adults. And not only do you sell vibrating toys for adults, you market yourself as someone who is constantly having menage-a-trois with your husband and strange people who sign NDAs. Your entire brand is smut. So if somebody spreads a rumor that they heard you said you wanted to do something smutty, how does that affect your brand? Not only does it not affect your brand, you enriched yourself due to said rumor. Dungeon tour. They had a whole dungeon reunion. So no, ma'am, there was no damage. There was not even potential damage. Hey, Mo Thomas, thank you for being 182. There was not even a potential, not even an iota, not a scintilla of potential damage to Kandi Burruss. Kandi Burruss was full of crap, is what she was. Kandi thought that she could pretend to be a victim, pretend to be affected, and this was going to be her way to get Portia off that show because she had a real thing for Portia, and she was devastated when she found out that it came from Phaedra and not from Portia. Because if you notice, all that rah-rah she had got real quiet when she saw that it came from Phaedra. Then she just sat there crying like a billy goat.
Yeah.
Now, with this mess with Britt Eady, this young woman apparently has an insurance license. If that's where she gets all her money or not, I don't know. I don't know her from Adam's House Cat. But that young woman's professional license could potentially be damaged by you taking cornucopia material, still shots of her in that act, putting them on poster boards, calling her insurance fraud hole, pictures of her in the act, Photoshop pictures, telling people she's an escort when you don't know. Unless you bought it from her, you don't know. Unless you sent somebody specifically to purchase her privates, her pocketbook from her, you don't know what she sells or what she charges. Now you can talk about.
I think that is potential. I think that it is harmful. I think it's damaging to her business.
You charge for yours, but you can never talk about what another woman charged for hers unless she took out an ad in the Sunday paper, which I doubt she did. All of the things that Kenya did could have damaged her. Going back to the initial lie, which was saying that she threatened you with firearms. Only for Bravo to investigate it. Yes, it was a lie.
But we've never had any. Yeah, it's all these things circling about Britt, but no proof, and it's only one person coming out saying these things.
But this is the thing. This is the thing y'all got to catch. Once a lie takes flight, it takes a lot to bring it down. Lies travel quick. So when that story was put out, that was the first story put out, and there were bloggers who ran with that story, and they weren't even interested in getting the truth at all. They simply wanted to run with that story about the firearms. Now, Bravo investigated it and then turned around and determined that it was not true. So then we get the article from Love B. Scott, who made it clear that not only did you make this claim, I want to say what, a week, 2 weeks before this event. It was clearly before the event. Time frame be dang.
Within a week, yeah.
Yeah, time frame be dang, because the time frame is irrelevant. You made this claim to get this girl fired off of this show. That's another claim. That's another accusation that could have damaged her ability to make money in a professional arena. And then when that did not work, you escalated your behavior to the extent of cornucopia material, still shots blown up for a poster board, and Photoshop inappropriate, explicit images that you put on a screen. She wanted that lady fired, and when she didn't get her way after the lie, she did what Kenya does. She threw a tantrum, and that tantrum unfortunately cost her job. And if I'm being honest, y'all know I've said it, and I go on record and I will say it time without number. I wanted her to see discipline. I did not want her to be in a position where the door was closed, and now they're saying the door is closed. And to be quite honest, I believe that door may well be closed due to the way she carried herself out. That's what
getting people to speak on the situation, putting misinformation out there.
What about her live stream? What about her post?
The live stream, a lot of things that she did,
All
I
the
think
posts
they
that she
would have
was making.
preferred to have not been discussed. And not to mention, like, there's no reason why Candy should have been discussing it. She's not part of the casting. We know they're gonna talk to their friends and stuff, but you're giving people permission to speak for you.
But now hold on. Can we be honest? Candy don't need permission to talk about nobody's business, because the whole time she was talking about Sheree's business before last season, she did not get Sheree's permission. Candy doesn't wait. I'm not going to say one time that Kenya gave Candy permission. We don't know it, and I don't believe it. Candy just does that. She talks about other people's business because she is grossly uninteresting. She is criminally boring. So all she does is just belches up, vomits other people's business. But I'm talking about specifically what Kenya Moore did that may have gotten that door closed permanently was all those posts on Instagram and the truth gonna come out and all this stuff. I think that Bravo probably would have preferred that she just kept quiet and let them deal with the spin. But she wanted to spin it her own way. I think she may have been able to come back later had she just zipped it. Hey, P Dizzle. I was in the middle of talking. That's why I didn't acknowledge. Hey, P Dizzle.
Hi. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
This is my first time actually coming on to a live stream and talking. I really enjoy. I want to make sure I'm clear that I really enjoy the royal family and talking on the porch and everything. And I don't want any hard feelings on any of it. And
we don't have no hard feelings, baby.
Okay.
Ain't no hard feelings over here. We just like it is.
Okay. So as far as Kenya is concerned, I never really cared much for her because she started off on the wrong foot to begin with. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So she started off on the wrong foot to start because she was with Walter, which was, I mean, from everything that everyone had said about that guy, he was a real cool dude. He had money. He had a job. He actually owned like a garbage collection. Yeah, tow truck and garbage collection and stuff. So he was a good dude. But like she just kind of came in all wrong. And when Nene was like, when she was laying on that massage table and say she with somebody, but it clearly ain't nobody on this island. You know, it was just clear that this woman was like a fraud to begin with. And,
yeah, that's true.
And she's continued with that. And then even Peter had to call her out and said, anytime you don't like somebody, you don't get along with someone, you got to stand up and twirl. You know, he called her out on that stuff. So she's
don't
been
forget
that.
Everybody being gay.
And I mean, it's just, and I think that Giselle is a person that has taken from her playbook. I think Giselle's that way. Giselle is that way because because I think her and Kenya might be kind of tight. They might be cool with each other. So yeah,
Giselle, I don't know. A lot of these ladies are really cool with each other and they don't exhibit that behavior. I think that's just Giselle's nature, because we've gotten reports that Giselle had that same horrible character while she was the first lady at the church. So she didn't pick that up from Kenya. She been nasty.
But I don't get how just because you can't get with the female and you can't hold court with them, you get mad and you go after the husband. The husband ain't done nothing to you. It's just crazy to me. And so with Giselle, with Kenya's just like, she just pushes stuff too far. And someone was talking about how she did Matt. I mean, that dude.
We were talking about it in here, yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like a really solid cat. But then
he seemed a now P Dizzle, Matt seemed a little unstable now.
I got it. But he's like what, 20 something years old dealing with a 40
Yeah,
something
he
year
was
old
way
woman.
younger, way younger. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Don't mind.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you know,
mean,
it can. I will say this though, he was a little unstable, but I think she realized that, and she would play. He called her out on that.
yeah,
You would say this
He
off
took
camera, but when we get on
advantage of
camera to
it.
get a reaction out of me, yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
you know what else? I think that she was thrown that he was sharp enough to catch on to what she was doing. I think
Well,
she, she didn't like that he caught on to it.
well, his mama and daddy is in his life, so they mom and daddy probably like pulled him aside and said, you need to move on to somebody around your own age and ain't playing you like a piano.
Hello, that's what I'm talking about because that's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. I will say this though. I think that what we've seen over the years with Kenya is that she has a vindictive nature.
I agree.
Like whatever her initial catalyst is for targeting someone, whether it be jealousy, whether it be, feeling threatened, whether it is, they don't give her the attention, whatever the catalyst is, because I've seen different scenarios and there's different things that kind of set her off. But it's like once she gets set off, she becomes so invested in I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna make you pay. That's when that vindictive nature comes out, and she will lie. She will do things that are right up to the border of possibly, like with this time, right up to the border of possibly being illegal, right up to the border of crossing the line into dangerous waters. We watched her on Ultimate Girls Trip actually physically touch Ramona. So it's like she has boundary issues, and she has this vindictiveness about her, and it's like she wants to control how the world responds to her, and she wants to move through the world in a way where she has no consequences and that she can control how people respond to her, and it never works out. That's what I think. That's why we see her continually go further and further overboard.
It's like she's
I
spoiled.
worry.
It's like she's
Can
spoiled.
I
She's
ask
like
a
an only
question?
child and
Yeah.
spoiled.
Go ahead, HL.
What in the world did Kim ever do to her for her to get that response?
Fields,
Yes,
be
Jealousy.
successful, be a
Jealousy.
legend, be in the
Yep.
because
Smithsonian,
what I thought was
be
the
be
most
a reputable
really
actress.
Go ahead,
what I
HL.
thought was really ridiculous is how most of that cast, because they all kind of snickered, but how they did Kim Phil's husband.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I thought that was pretty disgusting.
They all were. That season really bothers me to this day. They all were very catty and in a way that I didn't enjoy. With them trying to, insinuate things about him, but she took it to another level, stating like that time she spent in LA, she has all these rumors are being said about him, and was just flat out lying because they weren't even together when Living Single was on the air. She just did entirely too much, and even that went unaccounted for.
Yeah,
Everybody just
it was really bad, and I mean
Yeah,
for the way that the show started with the women supporting gay men and the gay man supporting the show and supporting the women, it it was really bad to see that.
it was
It
it
just
was
didn't
hard
look
to
good.
watch. It was hard to watch for me because number one, that's Kim's husband. That's not her
Yeah, and her
boyfriend.
father of her
Yeah,
children, the father of her
Yeah, that
children.
yeah,
thank you. That's not her baby daddy. That's her husband.
yeah.
And that was really uncomfortable to watch because I think all of us knew watching just how uncomfortable Kim Fields was in that
Mm-hmm.
in that environment.
Yeah,
It was really rough to watch because it's like, what is I couldn't understand what is your motive for
Yeah.
attacking his sexuality or trying to paint him with a certain brush? What's your motive? Like, what's your end game? Is I think what I'm asking.
but she
What
tried to run her
What?
off.
What? Remember, she was mad. She was mad. She was. I mean, she was real mad when Kim would not support her in her with her movie venture or whatever she was trying to do, and
hmm
Kim and they laughed at it because they're like, this is a joke. This is like
right,
not even legit, and they
right.
didn't want to support it. And she can't take no. The thing with Kenya cannot accept no.
That's true. Yeah, she's not okay. She's not okay. And I think the height of it for me was her smacking that chair, like pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't that like honestly, I did not watch anything else that season. I think a few years later I went back and like looked at some clips of different things, but like I didn't watch anything else that season to be honest.
That
I
could have
think the
turned totally
irony
different.
the
It was
irony for
unbearable to
me
watch.
in that was when she pulled Kim's feet out. The only thing I could remember was at that reunion when Portia grabbed her and swung her by her hair, and how she sat on that couch and told that entire cast physical abuse should not, separate us. We should not disagree about that. Abuse is abuse, and there should be no one that should be okay with that. And I thought that those women should have held Kenya's feet to the fire when she did what she did to Kim.
Sure did. And then she
I
wants to
think,
lecture people.
but yeah, she'll always lecture with that weird speech impediment she has. It's very strange. But it's true. But what I think is that the other ladies, to be fair, aside from Lanithia, were less apt to call her on things and really hold her to it because they knew that she was one of those production pets.
Mm.
I think that's what that was. And much like you see people over on Potomac with Blizzard, not really being in a hurry to handle them. I think that's why it hit us so hard when Candace and Karen and Wendy had like the triumvirate and they were taking her head off because people had been careful about how they handled her because she was, the darling of production. And they were known to cut out anything that made her look unfavorable. And
But
they were
that's
known to protect her on the editing floor. So
but
I think that, like, while I want to say about the other ladies, I'm gonna get you next, baby. I'm not gonna forget you. Put a pin in it. While I do see that the other ladies really didn't hold her foot to the fire the way I wanted them to when it came to Kim Fields and her husband, I couldn't really objectively say, they had free reign to do so. Nobody wants to be on the bad side of production. We saw what happened with Lanithia being on the bad side of production. They tried to give her the villain cut every time, and then they started being angry because she would just walk off of sets so that you couldn't edit her how you want to. I
And
was just,
disengage.
you see what I'm saying? So a lot of them, especially, we can't overlook somebody like Nene's caliber. Nene, while they went at her hard and it made a lot of us feel bad, Nene had the chutzpah. She had the strength, the tenure, the character, the all of that to
Mhm.
count to be production's enemy and still survive. Had she been willing to accept lesser episodes and let them play with her money, she would still be there, whether production liked it or not. And that's just the truth. But those other ladies, they weren't in the position of a Lanithia. So they may not have been in a hurry to be on production's bad side, is all I'm saying. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, but the thing about still, I think that sometimes they put the pretty over the sustenance. They're not really bringing anything to it. You know what I'm saying? And like
But who
production is
put
part
the
of.
pretty over?
But
I'm saying be clear.
I'm talking about like with Giselle, because we know Giselle wasn't working for like 6,
Mhm.
7, 8 years. She wasn't working, and then all of a
Right.
sudden she starts. She's got to find her storyline. Her storyline ain't even really her; it's her kids, and she got turned up over that nonsense, over that, and then so production. My issue, I think that I have with all of it is that production. It's like they try to like split the middle. So what it seems like they do is they try to throw something out there to each cast member, see who's going to bite, see who's going to follow through. And then when the pan gets too hot, it's not them, it's the person that's carrot left with, they leave the bag with the cast member.
Mm-hmm.
And then but let's be clear that the favoritism of it, like with Giselle, is all because she's pretty. She doesn't really bring nothing to it. That's her.
But unfortunately, that's a society we live in. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that is the world we live in. But I think we got to give production a little more credit than that. Production ends up with their pets, not based on whether they're pretty or not. Because, most of these black ladies on these shows in Atlanta and Potomac are pretty ladies.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Every now and then we get a booger, but not often. And a booger. What ends up, how we end up with favorites is because of things that, like what Carlos King said about Kenya Moore. She was their favorite because she was willing to do whatever. She came in every time, according to him, and clocked in. If they told her, go do this, go take this, go say that, she was willing to do whatever. So they end up with pets based on people who really ain't got no scruples. You want me to go in here and make fun of you for losing your baby? Got it. Ha, you lost your baby. Like, they're willing to do all of the gutter snipe stuff that other people are just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So that's how they end up in favorite positions. It's not because they're pretty. The pretty is just, because it's Tuesday. Like I said earlier, good luck finding Black women who ain't pretty. Like, really good luck. You got to go on a city by city tour to find them. Like, you can go in the average projects of America, and these heifers are pretty. Some of them is ratchet as hell, but they pretty. So good luck finding a sister that's not pretty. The problem is, when it came to Potomac, they found Giselle. Giselle was willing to do all the dirt, all the things that were beneath other women, all the things that other women found to be amoral and unethical. And in Atlanta, it was Kenya Moore.
Well,
I'm going to say this. I'm interested to see how long they can survive and where this goes. I fear that Nene was right, that Kenya may be the demise of the show because of the fact that they have built the archetype of this show as needing a villain character. Well, and when you remove Kenya Moore, which is like the arch villain, they wouldn't even let her pivot out of the villain role on her own, right? Once you remove the villain character from this ensemble cast, where do you go? Because you're not going to tell me Brittany Edie is the new villain. Like, no. I mean, she's got the teeth of a villain, but it's not giving.
Oh. I don't know what she looks like. I've actually never seen the woman.
She's a pretty girl, but she's got those really, aggressive veneers. The veneers, ones that's in style now. All the girls are getting them.
The ones that's in between medium and large.
Oh no.
Yeah, what do you call those? Are those Ledium or Marge? Like, what do you call them? But whatever they are.
I like Ledium. That's a good name.
Ledium. Yeah, they're very aggressive. That gives villain, it kind of, a little razzle dazzle, but I don't think that she has it in her. I don't know her. Maybe she can be the next villain.
Mm-hmm. See, I like your point about how the villains and all that stuff are that somebody has to play that part, but like, I would think that that's pretty easy to find somebody to play the villain, because we know that if NECA's thirsty behind would have stayed on there, she would have gladly,
but
done that.
She doesn't have what it takes. See, that's the point. You can't just be. It takes more. Like, please don't think that all these girls do is like production whispers and they run and do it. You got to make it look like it came from you. Somebody like Nakatata on Potomac, she's too dumb. Production would have told her to do it. She'd have came in there stumbling around. She'd have half did it, got the lines wrong. Like, you gotta make evil believable. And whether you love them or hate them, Blizzard and Kenya made evil believable. Until we started having people break the fourth wall, and people like Carlos like hailing her for being willing to do the dirt, right? You believe that this is just evil like that. A lot of that stuff in the beginning was what they were being told to do, which is why they had the protection they had for so long. So you can't it's not as simple as just plugging somebody in there. There's got to be somebody who can sell it.
It's at the beginning, we didn't really have
tell you the evil. But this is the thing now. That was the danger of them setting up this type of dynamic, because when Atlanta started, there was no villain. They didn't need one. It was just genuine.
There wasn't a villain.
Right. There was just genuine good time, a real friend group. The drama was organic. It was stuff that was just going to happen because people had moods, emotions, attitudes, opinions, and it was just real. Once they started overproducing and deciding who needed to be the fan favorite, who needed to be the centerpiece, who needed to be the villain, who needed to
trying
be
to
the
push it
lapdog.
on her.
Once they start assigning these roles, and now you have set up your show based on this particular structure, it's gonna fall because there's nothing organic there. These women don't even know each other. Okay,
No, they don't
so
know each other. No friendship.
now you pull out your head villain. You have nobody else right now in that cast, in my humble opinion, that can take Kenya's spot as the villain. Since
Well,
that is the structure they set up, who else you got?
well, that's probably a blessing because now we can probably get back to the more organic, as Nene would say, organic housewives. I
We
mean,
But
can't
that's
though.
not possible because
That
this is no
community's
longer a
gone.
friend group. This is no longer a social circle. These women do not know each other. When Housewives began, this was a group of women who knew each other. Sheree and Nene had hung out together. They knew each other. The drama between Sheree and Nene was not produced. It was not created. That
That's
happened
true.
because Sheree got on there and felt like this is my friend who got less money than me, and why is the crowd liking her more than me?
That's true.
I'm supposed to be the star.
I'm not going to invite
That's
her
real.
to the party and take her name off the
To
list.
try to embarrass her,
Yes,
yeah.
take her name off the
And
list
that
because
was
she want
and
to be
that was
so
just
brand.
a real
That was
situation that
real.
happened. It
That
wasn't
was
Sheree being
yes.
a villain. That was
It
just
was
real life.
organic and it was real.
There was no
We don't
storyboard
have
involved
that
in it.
anymore.
Even when they brought in Candy, I never agreed with that. I felt like that was the beginning of the end, in my humble opinion, as well.
Can I say something about that?
Real when I'm done.
Yeah.
But I felt like even bringing her in, and it was a mistake because she was not a part of that friend group. She had no connections to any of those women. The fact that she was willing to work a whole season for free in order to be in the mix like that, I feel like even the drama with her was organic to a certain degree because she came in with a certain chip on her shoulder, a certain attitude, a lot of stink. And so people's reaction to her was at least real. You get what I'm saying? So after that, then we're bringing in Kenya and Portia. Portia was at least a part of Atlanta, even though she didn't really know them. I'm sure they heard of her. And then you got Kenya, who moved all the way from LA on the humbug, hoping
Yep.
to get on this show because nothing was shaking in LA. You got no connection to Atlanta. You got no connection to any social circle in that area.
She
Nobody
wasn't
in
even
that
living in Atlanta.
area knew you.
And she wasn't married.
Right. Well, neither was Candy, but that's neither here nor there.
Kenya didn't live in Atlanta when she first got on the show. She was just like renting little Airbnbs and stuff and
But this
going
is
back to LA.
but this is my thing. Bringing in people who are not a part of the social circle, that eliminated the option for anything organic.
Gotcha.
Well, that whole not married, never been married, ain't got no child, and kind of like having that basketball wives mentality. I think that should have never. They should have never started with that nonsense.
Well, here's the problem with that. They had already, and this was Nene's fault because Nene was the one insisting on Kim Zolciak. But before you can hold up that standard and say, well, you need to be married and need to have a family, then you got Kim Zolciak, Trailer Park, Trailer Barbie, with no husband, sleeping with somebody's husband in a bad wig. So by the time you bringing in, certified mistresses, we can no longer hold the standard that you got to be married.
Certified mistress.
Am I wrong?
That tickles me when you say that. That is
she
hilarious.
did get a stamp on her certificate.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
just saying.
I feel for Nene because I thought that she took a lot of heat. Whenever people came to that show, they would go after Nene, and now people want to paint this thing like Brittany Edie was going after Kenya. Oh, they just don't like Kenya, and they want to go after the head girl in charge. But that's what Nene was saying years ago, and no one wanted to believe her.
They laughed at her.
She brought Eva on the show, and Eva turned her back on Nene.
They laughed at her. They made fun of her. They kicked her while she was down. They helped set her up. They plotted on her, and things came around in that circle in a way that is.
Yeah, but Nene could have handled that a whole lot better because when she would go to those reunions and she wouldn't, even though she had a lot of her highlights were at the reunions, when she started just not responding, and I get that she didn't want to deal with Claudia. I got that because Claudia was brought in to be Kenya's pit bull, but I just wish that she would have never done that. I wish she would have
Never,
just been
never
more
done what?
engaged.
Who did?
Well,
Who did
she would just wouldn't really engage in the reunions. Like she would kind of
No,
like,
But they were
I
longer than
disagree.
her.
I feel like Nene was wonderful. Those reunions when she just sat there, I was all for it
He made
because
those reunions.
it made them, and not only that, it exposed the fact that you hoes ain't got nothing.
Nothing
Now, why am
without
I
us.
in it?
I don't feed
Now,
into
see
your.
how I get put in
this
it?
lady
I
is
don't.
fine. I ain't
It's
say
like Nene sat there in real time, gave them. If I don't feed into your mess, if I don't respond to you, if I don't give you no daylight, you hoes are dying in the dark. That's what she gave them. She sat there quietly doing, and I was all for it. I was tickled.
And they had
now.
nothing to talk about without it.
Now I love how she used to handle Candy, because she would call
I
Candy
like how
out her
she handled all
nonsense.
them hookers.
Because Candy does, like you're talking, like Candy does a lot of slick stuff. They talk about Phaedra being slick. I did not at all appreciate how Candy brought that girl Jamie in and put her on her team, knowing that Portia had already beat the snot out of the girl at least once or twice. And the girl is
She a sneaky
notorious.
something, ain't it?
Well, yeah, the thing about it is that the girl is
Candy is
notorious for
always
going
throwing
around telling
stones and
people's
hitting her
business.
hands.
That girl works
Very
Candy,
sneaky.
that girl works as a PR personnel, and she's going around telling other folks' business. Now, I know there had to be a non-disclosure agreement someplace. Hope, well, we would think, but
but that
we
ain't
like talking
got
about
nothing to do
Portia.
with Bravo. That
But
ain't got nothing to do with Bravo.
I understand that, but what I'm getting at is that Candy went and hired that girl, knowing
Yeah.
that was intentionally trying to provoke Portia, trying to get a rise out of her, and all of them sitting around
Yeah.
talking smack, for
I mean, it's the exact same way that Kenya brought the cookie lady there for Tanya Sam. It's the same way that what's the name?
Phaedra brought
Brought
Marlo.
yeah, and the same way that Candy brought Apollo's new girlfriend to her party or whatever. Like
now that was
they
some
do stuff
bull.
like that.
That was
But
some
But
bull
I
bringing
can
that woman up there.
but I can
that's
deal
why
with that. I can deal with it because none of those people they brought there were violent. That's the type
Yeah,
of stuff that stir the pot. That's still shady and messy. Like if I don't
yeah.
like you and your husband, baby mama, say she want to come to the barbecue, and I know you gonna bring your tail knowing I don't like it, child, come on to this barbecue. Let's see how this goes. Yes, that's the type of mess that we want on TV. We don't want people like the Muppet Baby hitting
Oh, that
people
was
in the head with glasses and attacking folks. We don't want that. But as long as it's gonna be some eye rolling and tooth sucking and all that, I'm fine with that. I
yeah.
like everybody had a fit about the cookie lady, cookie lady, cookie lady. I didn't care about that cookie hoe. I got the end of the day, Tanya, you grown. She brought the cookie hoe up there to say she going with your man. If he your man, why you care what she say?
All over a wig. All
I
because
just want
Kenya
to
got
point out.
called out
But
over a
but
wig.
that's but
Come on.
that to me is acceptable housewife mess. That's just
Mhm.
messy. Now, anything beyond that, once you get physical, once you get into the cornucopia pictures, you've lost me. Okay. But as long as it's just messy stuff, drama stuff, and some neck rolling and head shaking and stuff, I can deal with that. Little finger popping and girl, okay, fine.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm okay. Cause see, at the end of the day, when Kenya brought the cookie hoe up there, Tanya could have said, "Girl, you crazy. All y'all hoes can eat them cookies. I'm gone." You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? She had freedom to walk out of there. That lady was not going to attack her. HL say his phone dying, y'all. Plug it in and
Oh,
come
bye,
back.
HL.
Plug it
We
in
was
and come
having a good
back.
little conversation too.
Put it on
But
the
okay,
smart charger. Put it on the
I just want
smart
to jump
charger.
in right here though. It's funny to me how everybody wants to victimize, like, this whole rumor that Britney had some type of relationship with Mark in the past or currently or whatever, and they brought this person on the ambush, this person. I'm like, okay, but we all remember what Phaedra tried to do to Nene with her sisters, and I won't say her name, but there was someone who was an active YouTuber at the time who used to go in on Nene all the time, and Phaedra invited that person to her child's first birthday party to ambush Nene. She ended up not coming to that birthday party. Let's even take it as far as them casting Marlo who was dating that football player that Nene was dating at the time.
Yeah, and they never thought in a million years that them two would click up. They never thought,
because Nene went to Marlo off camera and was like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. Let's get on the same page so that when we meet on camera, it ain't gonna be nothing but copacetic. They've been trying to do that to her since season 2, season 3.
Yeah.
But that's my whole point. I don't care about them bringing people in. I don't. I told y'all I would have loved to see Sheree up there with Charles Oakley, new wife. That would have tickled the pee out of me.
But see, we victimizing people though. We victimizing people now that we didn't do then.
But this is the thing. That would have been funny to me to watch Sheree up there stuttering and you know how she get voice get high pitched. That would have tickled the hell out of me. Okay. That's the type of stuff I want them to stick to. And I left this comment up because Life is Beautiful has a point, and I did not want that point to be missed. Kandi and Kenya destroyed that show when they started forming alliances. Yes, indeed. When they started that, we gonna team up to try to ice somebody out stuff. It never works.
Yeah. And truth be told, I think they would have got Kandi next, but I don't know. Somebody gave her a tip. Somebody gave her a tip. Maybe something.
Let me tell you, ain't nobody gave Kandi no goddamn tip. They started trying to offer her less episodes, less money, and Kandi left because Kandi don't play about that money.
You think so? That's what it was.
I'm telling you what happened.
I think they were gonna get her next.
They tried to. They already was after her. They tried to offer her less episodes. They was
she was born,
and it wasn't even next. They went after her money first. They wasn't even shooting at Kenya next. They don't have room to shoot at Kenya. They had brand new untested housewives. They don't know what these women are gonna do. They bring girls in frequently that are one and dones, like Toyota Forever, like Seanitra McKinney, like Shamari DeVoe. They bring in a lot of one and dones. So they bringing in brand new untested housewives. The only people they knew they could count on for sure was Kenya and Portia, and possibly Shamia. So they had two in a possible. They were not shooting at Kenya. There is no Kandi was next. Kandi was first. Kenya was safe because
they did have to free up their budget.
Hold on. Kandi was first. Kenya was safe because they were not paying Kenya anywhere near what they were paying Kandi. So let's tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us all, God. Kenya was safe. Kenya would have still had her job had she not threw a tantrum when the lie didn't work. You lied on the lady, that's bad enough. God will judge you for that. But instead of her stopping there, no. The queen of vindictiveness, I'm going to go make pictures. I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to publicly, girl, you 53. Why are you still throwing tantrums? How come?
Mental.
Because she's still been in her job. Them people were not after her like that. Once they got Candi's salary completely off the board, because they were going to try to decrease the money. Kandi jumped up and ran. I don't care what Kandi said. I'm telling you what happened.
Was it that they were trying to decrease the money, or was it that she was asking for more money and they didn't give it to her?
Not ask for no more money. I swear y'all don't be hearing me.
I'm just asking.
Listen what I'm saying. When I tell you this is what happened, is obviously because I done heard something from somewhere I can rely on. Y'all don't be listening to me.
I'm listening.
They tried to decrease the money. They was trying to get that money cut. They tried to decrease the amount of episodes. The same stunt they pulled with Lanithia, they pulled with her.
Mm-hmm.
Kandi wasn't going to take that lesser amount of money. Kandi did not ask them for no more money. Y'all cannot blame Kandi for that. They tried to lower the money.
Did.
Right. She didn't ask for no more money. They tried to decrease her money, and Kandi headed for the dope. And so rather than them freeing up part of Candi's income, Candi's pay, that freed up all of Candi's pay. So by Kandi walking off, to be honest, that really was saving Kenya. They ain't got to look to cut no corners. We can afford you a little bit better now. Kandi took her whole pay off the table. You get what I'm saying? Kandi was safe. She was as safe as a baby in swaddling clothes until she threw a tantrum and decided, I want to post pictures of somebody singing karaoke aggressively. I still don't know what aggressively means, but praise the Lord.
Singing karaoke aggressive. That's funny.
That's what they said. Whatever she was doing it aggressively. Yeah.
They did say that.
And I tried to tell y'all last season and the season before what I told y'all. They sent Marlo after the both of them to take them down. They probably was gonna try to cut both of their money. But since Candy took all her money off the table, Kenya was safe. But no, you want to post pictures of aggressive karaoke.
Always
and do
doing too
Photoshop
much.
with phalluses.
But
What
see,
kind
like,
of stuff is that?
but see, not to loop around and go back again, but like with the whole idea of how she or what she did allegedly, as far as posting or showing those videos.
Oh, it ain't alleged no more.
Okay, she showing those videos, like, I'm just referring back to how she behaved with Christopher Williams and his wife, and how just nasty she was towards Christopher Williams' wife. I compared that behavior to what she did with going to against Brett, or doing what she did to Brett. So that's what makes me think or believe that there is an X or something. It's got to be something like that to bring her to the point where Kenya's almost doing the most reckless stuff. Because that was reckless what she did.
I don't know. I just feel like this is textbook Kenya. I don't think. I mean, it could be something to do with a man, but it could have nothing to do with a man. It could very much have to do with, I don't like you. I tried to haze you. You took shots back at me. Maybe I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get you back. And this mess could have just simply escalated. I don't know. They say back in the day she was going with Mark or whatever, and I still say if she did, it had to be with her old face. It wasn't with the new one.
And she just has a full-on jealous streak anyway. Anybody that's got anything more than she does looks better than she does, behaves better than she does. She was jealous of Kim Fields. I mean, okay, the only thing I can see that she's jealous of Kim Fields for is because Kim Fields is a legendary actress.
A
She
real one.
has a family. She has a career. She's still doing. I mean, you might not be doing a lot of stuff that we hear about, but she still works behind the scenes here and there. So it's got to be. I mean, it's always with Kenya. There is a something somewhere that drives her to the point where it's just too much.
I don't know if the word is jealousy though. If we being honest, Soul Sister says she insecure. I agree. I think one of the biggest problems that she runs into, and it's not just her. Let's be clear. Kenya is not the only lady who suffers from this. And I know a lot of people watch this show and everybody likes to pretend, oh, it's just her. I think most of us know somebody who's like her to some degree, meaning that her biggest flaw is that she constantly compares herself to other women. That'll drive you insane.
That's a good
because
point.
if you continually compare yourself to other women, you're gonna always find something that they have that you don't. Because everybody did not get, the same thing. All fingers are not the same length. So this one might have got better skin than you, but that one could have had a better career than you, and you could have got a better shape than this one, and maybe you're prettier than that one, and maybe this one has got a, more slender fingers, or maybe this one got a tinier, more dainty foot. Like, you can't, as a woman, you can't go through life constantly comparing yourself to other women. You are a one of one. Now, she might be the best Kenya Moore, but you the best P. Dizzle. You know what I mean? This one may be the best at being Johnny Mae Jones, but I'm the best Seanitra. You can't go around comparing yourself to other women because you will always be insecure. You're going to always be uncomfortable. You're going to always focus on what you don't have rather than capitalizing on what you do. So I think that watching shows like this are cool for entertainment, but when it comes to just social commentary, we need to be very for real and stop trying to isolate ourselves like, oh, it's just her. I'm so glad I'm not like that. But check yourself and make sure you're not to a certain degree, because there's a lot of women who suffer from that compulsion, because I think it's a compulsion to compare yourself to other women.
Yeah, like, we don't know how we're going to behave when we're
she sat there and was comparing herself to Kim Fields, who's been a child actress, and now she's been an adult actress. She's loved.
Yeah, she's incomparable. That was a waste of time.
She's a household name. She is a legacy in the entertainment industry, because that is Chip Fields' daughter.
Okay, and Alexa Fields' sister. You better say it.
all of these things, the directing, the acting, all of these things under her belt. So it's like when you start comparing yourself to other women, you run the risk of becoming a Kenya. You run the risk of driving yourself crazy. Other people will be looking at you like, but you're pretty, but you were Miss USA, but you look great, but you have a healthy kid. And she ain't seeing none of that. She's focusing on what someone else has that she needs to prove she's better than. And it's like, it's a recipe for disaster. That's all I'm saying. It's a recipe for disaster, but I'm not willing to pretend like Kenya is the only woman that suffers from that compulsion.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't know how we'll behave when those kind of pressures are put on us. You know,
Oh, that's not a pressure. That's not a pressure. That's not a pressure.
Well,
that is
to stay involved and to try
because
and to get a paycheck,
nobody makes you compare yourself to a. No, she's not doing that to get. She was not doing any of those things to get a paycheck or stay on television. She absolutely was not. Her place on that show was cemented. She was absolutely comfortable. She did what she did due to her own compulsion. So there was no pressure there. There was no pressure there. No one pressured Kenya. Kenya made choices as a full-grown woman, and this time as a full-grown 53-year-old woman. Now that's what happened. There wasn't no pressure. She suffered from her own compulsion and mental illness.
Yeah, I think she's a little touched, no doubt. But okay, well, I'm gonna step up out of here.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, we have to take. Don't go yet.
Okay,
you go.
All right, I'm gonna have to make me put my device.
Where you going?
I'm good. Well, I was
I got one question for P. Dizzle. Why you came up here and thought we was gonna be mad at you for your opinion?
Because I was team 2. See, we gonna start some mess now. So I feel like what I was saying.
No, we don't do mess over here, honey.
No, not on the porch.
About like our blackness and stuff like that. So I'm a relatively fair-skinned woman, and I've had to deal with trying to fit in and thinking that part of my language that white people gonna appreciate me, and they don't. They're not. They're never gonna do it. And as I've grown up, I realize that more and more that I'm not gonna get from people what they're not willing to get. And I've been on the side of colorism in that I have a lot of, and have had, especially in college, a lot of dark sisters, and that's who I gravitate towards. They're my sisters. And I was there, and I can give you a case in point. I'm sitting at the table in the student union talking to my friends, and this white dude comes over and asks a question, and he's looking at me for the answer, and I'm not the one with the answer. I'm like, you need to ask them. They know more about this, what you're asking about, than I do. So it's moments like that where I catch that. And as I've just grown up, you wake up and you start paying attention to how people treat us. They're never going to like us. They're never going to think that.
But why would you think that would make us be upset with you?
Okay, so here's the deal. So when we're talking about, like, when we were talking about white people,
I wasn't talking about white people. I was talking about black women's beauty.
I got that
specifically. And our people's compulsion to automatically assign blackness to people who are not black.
Okay, I understand that part, and you're right. You're right.
No, I just wanted to clarify what we were talking about.
Okay, and somewhere in our conversation, it started where I said, when it comes to like Dolores, to me, Dolores is, I think initially when she started out, I thought that she was very pretty. She's cut her face up and put all that plastic and pulled her skin and all this other nonsense. That you're right. They all look cookie cutter. They all look the same. They all go to the same place.
And mind you, let me clarify again. I did not say they look cookie cutter.
No, that's my word.
I said, hold on, I'm being clear. You said I agree they look cookie cutter, and I'm telling you, you can't be agreeing with me because I didn't say that. I said that they have faces like snow shovels. I said that she looks like a fish crossed with a gorilla.
No,
That's what I said. I ain't say nothing about no cookie
okay.
cutter.
I'm just saying that.
Okay, no, I'm just clarifying.
I don't know
because
if it
when
was you
started
or
saying what
I don't know
said,
if it was you or someone else in the chat might have said
Okay.
that, but
Okay.
they all have had plastic surgery. They all look the same. They all go to the same surgeon, with the exception of Jen, because whoever did her nose, they messed that sucker up. But I get that when it comes to us, a lot of let me put it like this: I can appreciate beauty where beauty exists. I don't venerate white beauty. I don't think that it's a better beauty than us. Because let's be real, pardon my language, but we created the shit. I mean, we created beauty.
But
And
this is where I'm confused. Hold on, put a pin in that.
okay.
Nobody in the chat said that. I didn't say that.
I'm not
So it's like, where did that come from?
I'm not saying that it was said. I'm just saying that it came across to me that was what it this is my interpretation of what we were taught. This is what I gathered from it, is that it was a thought that maybe I thought that our beauty is not a real beauty. And I think part of
How
our
did you get
beauty,
that? Nobody said
because
that. Like,
I'm just saying, I'm just saying how it came across. You may have not said the words, but that's what I got from it.
yeah, because I'm a blunt person. I think you've been around long enough to know I'm about as blunt as a 30-pound sledgehammer. Everything I'm saying, I say.
I'm just telling you where I'm coming from with it. That when it comes to beauty,
Yeah, we having a conversation because when you tell me how something comes across, then I gotta ask. Hold on, we're having a conversation, which is an exchange of ideas, right? So that's why when you say things like it came across that way, I'm gonna, ask the question. I'm gonna probe and ask, how did you arrive there? Because we weren't talking about that. Nobody said that. Like literally, hold on. The exchange began because I said, y'all gonna stop assigning unattractive white women to blackness. That's all I said. And I said that is a level of self-hate. And we don't do self-hate on the porch. I didn't say that you venerated white beauty over anything. Like, where did that come from? That's what I'm asking. Because I was very clear in my statement.
Well, I thought I was very clear too when I said that when I think beauty, number one, is in the eye of the beholder. I affirm that regardless, because I've seen some busted chicks across the board. Hell, I might be a busted chick. I don't know. But when I see something or someone that's beautiful, and I just want, maybe it's more that I want to get that across to the people in the chat, is that when I see beauty, I call beauty for what it is. Now, I would hope that everybody else would do the same thing.
But hold on, press pause.
And I think
whether somebody, hold on, put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in P Dizzle. Put a pin in that. I think that's where you got lost, somewhere in the water, right around there, because you somewhere along the line thought that the point of contention was whether somebody thought she was pretty or not. Now, I think she's as ugly as 4 levels of hell sub basement, but that's my business. What I said is what I said. The point of contention was people calling this unattractive mutant black. That was my point of contention. Stop assigning blackness to these people. And I think that's where we lost you, because I think somewhere along the line, you felt like you needed to explain why you found that creature attractive. Everybody see what they see. That's why they have LASIK surgery on sale all the time. It is what it is. What I said, and I maintain, and I will never drop, is that this plantation called America, has absolutely tried to erase, villainize, make blackness ugly. And now that, we're in a place where we can speak freely and we're able to love ourselves without reprisal. Now there will be no assigning critters to us. They weren't interested in being assigned to black before. So now that we're reveling in our beauty and we're in love with ourselves and we're, loving on each other, like, oh, my sister's so gorgeous, my sister's so pretty, and we're enjoying what it is to be us. I think that it is offensive, and it's almost a crime to take one of those creatures that looks like a Halloween mask and say, "Oh, you're black now because you look like that." Like, that's horrible. What about that woman or any one of them would assign them blackness? And then I forgot who it was in the chat. It was like, "Oh, the Italians, they have black somewhere down there." I'm like, listen, that one drop rule is gonna take y'all up out of here. I don't care that 17,000 years ago, somebody in your lineage had a half of an African pinky toenail. That is not going to make you black. And so that's what we were talking about. I don't want you to get lost and think that that anybody over here feels any bad way about you or anything like that. But it's gonna always be B1. It's gonna always be black first. That's all. That doesn't make you unwelcome, because we love your black tail too. So it ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, please feel free to speak, but please be comfortable in the fact that this big sis, I talk. And anything that I feel I can defend and I can explain, and I want to hear where you're coming from. And I like to hear people's point of view sans emotion, because I'm not an emotional speaker. I like to hear just the facts. Trim the fat, give me the facts. You are more than welcome. Don't you ever go away, please. Not based on a difference of opinion or you not understanding where we coming from. And don't be afraid to ask for context and be like, Nitra, what you mean? Because I'm a girl just like you.
But that's part of the reason why I really enjoy coming into your chat room and coming and spending time with y'all, because I mean, you do hit us with facts and like a different perspective on a lot of things, and not just you, but people in the chat. Like, I really do feel, I really enjoy coming in and seeing you on. I really do appreciate that. And just, it's, and I just like, I mean, kind of, you feel comfortable someplace. You want to be comfortable, but you stand for what you're going to stand for. But at the same time, I don't want to be offended, or I don't want to be offensive.
Yeah, you didn't offend nobody, baby.
Okay,
it's like you didn't offend me. You are not offensive to me. What I said was the idea of assigning blackness to non-black people based on features, usually oddly placed features, that's offensive.
Yeah.
Because black women, to me, my sisters are beautiful. My sisters are beautiful. Whether they have traditional beauty or untraditional beauty, my sisters to me are beautiful. Hands down. You cannot show me not one black woman anywhere that I'm not going to find beauty in her face.
And y'all be dropping, like, you be dropping like those little nuggets like that. And like I said, it's not just you. It's the people in the chat, the regulars that show up. They drop like stuff that I might be thinking about and might, it might be in my spirit. And then all of a sudden somebody comes and posts something or say something that's like really kind of enlightening. And so I'm just like, and like somebody said today that everything that we do, they emulate it. They try to do, I said
it because it's the truth.
And
like,
and it is.
We are the measuring stick. So it's like, and I understand too, there's a lot of anti-blackness that's internalized and it can be subconscious. Like, you have to, hey, Tiffany GT, yes, messy, fun, and educational, right? So I feel like we have to be aware that you can have internalized anti-blackness and be unaware of it. And so I think it's okay to question things like, why do I feel that way? Like, what made me feel like that? Why did I see it that way? Like, ask a question, like, to yourself, not to nobody else, because you don't owe nobody nothing but you. But I think that it is foolish to think that we can live in this place that has been so hostile to us for 400 years and think that the amount of anti-blackness in this place does not affect the way that we view the world, and sometimes even ourselves and our sisters, our brothers. So these type of conversations are important. Like, I'm gonna play around, I'm gonna sing with you, big lady. Like, I'm gonna play with you because that's just me. But don't ever feel like
that was cold. That was cold. That was cold when you started singing that to me. That was cold.
That's the Florida girl, baby. You know, we play like that. But jokes aside, like these are conversations, even in the middle of all the craziness that we talk about, the gossip and who said this and child who did what. These conversations are important. These conversations, I think, do more than sitting down listening to somebody lecture at you, or sometimes reading a book. When you can sit down with your contemporaries, or I know for a lot of people in here, I'm the elder. I ain't happy about it, but it is what it is. Okay. And we just have the conversations and we talk back and forth and we bounce ideas off each other. And then you have to be open enough to hear something and think like, wait, do I do that? Why did I think that? You know, I was talking with Couture Bay earlier. You know, my niece that come in here with the channel that all y'all better be following, subscribe to. And I was talking to her earlier about younger me and how I went through, like I said, the socialization of how we're treated over here. That trope and that idea that we're supposed to be superhuman and we're not supposed to exhibit pain, or we're not supposed to admit that something hurt us or that something upset us, and that we're this manic idea that we're supposed to be strong all the time. And I really did feel that way. And I started raising my baby, my peanut, to come in here the same way. And watching her develop, it helped me change my mind about stuff. And it's like, well, wait, who said we have to be strong all the time? Who said we can't say that something hurt us or something hurt our feelings or something upset us? So it's like you grow by recognizing those things. That was something that I wasn't doing intentionally. Those are things that were socialized into us. So we have to ask those questions. Going forward from that point, from the time she was a little bitty thing on my knee, I had to question my reaction to a lot of stuff. I caught myself being frustrated with other sisters who would sit up and cry because a man broke their heart. Because he did this, and they called me crying, and I'm sitting there on the phone. Shut the hell up. Don't nobody want to hear what you crying over. And then I had to catch myself. Why are you responding that way? Why is that your attitude about it? Right, soul sister, it's a taught behavior. And so when I had people who would be like, Nitra, that ain't cool. You know what I mean? I could have chose to be like, why are you saying that to me? That's just how I am. But I chose to just ask the question. That really ain't cool, huh? Why do I feel that way? Who told me that we're not allowed as Black women to get our hearts broken? Who told me as a Black woman I'm not allowed to have romantic feelings or to openly say I'm in love with a man? Like, these are the things that they socialized into us. They taught it by sometimes punishment, by uncomfortable treatment, by bullying, by social pressures, that there's a certain way we're supposed to be. That's why it bugs me. And I'm sure y'all have heard me saying here, it bugs me when I hear people say about Black women, oh, she needs to humble herself. According to who? That's the type of stuff that's taught into us. So it's like when I see things where I see a clear woman or a clear adjacent woman that's clearly hit in the face, like clearly hit. And I see Black people say, oh, she Black. Why? And I'm not saying that just because I'm just so heavily offended, like it's offensive, but not because it's so heavily offended. I'm literally saying why, because I be wanting my people to stop and ask the question, why do I think that's pretty? Why is that jutting brow like King Kong? Why do I think that's pretty? Why do I think huge lips that looks like they ought to be in somebody's panties is pretty? Why? Who told me that was pretty?
That stuff is unnatural. That lip
but
injection stuff, that's
but
some
that's
unnatural
my
stuff.
point. That's my point, though. Lip injections aside, when we start looking at them people, and if you look at your sister, if any one of your sisters look like that, you would be like, "Ooh, she tough." But when you see it with that paler complexion, ask yourself, why am I calling that pretty? Who told me that was pretty? What have I been seeing that made me believe that equaled pretty? Like, I think we have to ask ourselves those real questions and not be afraid of the actual real true to life answer. When I say why, I really mean why. I don't mean why like tell me. I'm saying why like ask yourself. Why? How come? Who said?
Yeah.
You got the entire globe fixated on us. What we do, how we move, how we speak, even our mannerisms. When you have men that decide, oh, I'm a girl on the inside, they don't imitate them, they imitate us.
Mm.
Everything about you, sis, because you're talking about you might be a busted sister. I doubt it. I doubt it. You may not do for yourself the way you're supposed to, and I don't know your business, but I seriously doubt that. Because regardless of what you think of you, the whole world want a little bit of you. The whole world want a piece of you. The whole world wish they looked a little bit like you. Whether you love yourself enough to realize it or not. You're something rare. We are the most exotic. You will not find two black women anywhere that look alike, not even twins. Nobody is like us. Nobody. So it's like when you start assigning your birthright, your heritage, your God-given gift to somebody who ain't you, I gotta wonder, what do you really think about you? That you could just give away the most precious thing, which is
Well,
your title as a black woman, to
see,
somebody who ain't you.
I 100% agree with that. I mean,
But that's
there's
what I'm
no
saying. When y'all
100%
start
because
having them thoughts, that's what you got to process. Like, I'm not saying for me, because I'm not your mama, I'm not your God. But for yourself, look in the mirror. Why the hell do I want to assign this woman something that God gave me?
well, see,
How come?
I never assigned. Well, I don't recall ever
But that's
assigning
what the
blackness to.
conversation was about.
Right. So,
You
I just want to
dig?
make. I just want to. Yeah, I got that, and but I want to make it clear that I'm not assigning Dolores or any white woman our blackness. I'm not giving that away at all. But
And
like I
that and
said,
that and that's the whole point, because nothing else is relevant to the conversation, because that's what the conversation was about. And that's why every now and then, in the middle of the mess, the clown, and me telling 100,000 jokes, I will have a real conversation, even if it's littered with jokes about the real issue. And the real issue sometimes is it's a whole lot of us that just don't love ourselves.
yeah, I agree.
How else could you have somebody like a Candace Dillard Bassett running around kissing Team Yellow's behind?
I never understood that
How
either.
else?
I
How
never
else could you
understood that.
have? How else could you have a Kenya Moore, as lovely as she is aesthetically, facially, and aesthetically beautiful? But how else could you have a sister that beautiful that exhibits so much self-hate and anti-blackness? How?
I
It's a
agree.
matter of not loving yourself. So that's why I'm saying these conversations are important, honey. So I don't want
But
you to go nowhere. When we having them conversations, I want you to buckle up,
yeah,
get you a drink, because that might mean it's one of them days and we finna go there.
yeah. But like but like with Candace and Kenya, with the two of them, they come from that pageant world stuff. Where you have to aesthetically look a certain way. You know,
Mind you, that's
they
a very good point. Getting involved in those pageants, because that's not our environment. That's our young ladies going into their environment. So I could very much see how anti-blackness is reinforced in those environments. That's an excellent point.
yeah,
See,
Ashley the
that's what
same
I'm
way.
talking about.
Yeah, Ashley, she's
That's
pageant
what I'm
girl
talking
too.
about.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
That's a real thing. So it's like when we talk about something, if we're gonna be anything, be for real. Be for real. But yeah, don't go nowhere. Don't think that we don't want you here. We want you here. You'll go other places on YouTube and they'll tell you can leave, I'll block you, get out. I'm not gonna tell you that. Don't go nowhere, please. Because we want you to be here for the gossip and the playing around, but we also want you to come in and hang and kick it with us when we having real conversations.
yeah,
That's all. Don't go nowhere.
yeah.
And if you ever think we talking about something we not talking about, or you not sure, I ain't gonna bite you. What I'm gonna do? Just be like, Nitra, what you talking about? You don't see how everybody else talk to me? You can talk to me the same way.
Okay. That's all.
It's a bunch of them in the chat got my real phone number. They can call me and be like, girl, what was so and so? I'm a girl just like you.
Yeah.
Okay. You might like to comb your hair more than me or something, but I'm a girl just like you.
I told you I'm short hair, don't care.
Yeah,
I try to keep it.
you
I try to keep
bragging.
it tight and right, but
So you bragging. Okay. That's all right.
I just look. Hey, you did yours. I'm doing mine. Okay.
That's a shame. I'm gonna comb mine again in the middle of August. By like the second week in August, I'm gonna comb it again.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna think I'm somebody.
Yeah. So this has been a very enjoyable conversation. And I did tell you that I was gonna find that season and episode where the door wasn't closed all the way when Giselle walked in. And I think
Yeah, did you find it?
Yes, it is. So it's season 7, episode 17. At the very beginning, when they do the intro, and you'll see Giselle going in the room. I think there's something else kind of fishy with that because
season 7, episode 17.
17.
And the door wasn't shut all the way.
It's in the intro. She walks in and you can see where her door had like the little bar that keeps the door from closing all the way.
Mm-hmm.
There was
it was sticking out so it wouldn't shut.
Yeah, and there was somebody in the room. I'm not quite sure who was in the room, but there's somebody in that room. I'm
gonna watch Tiny Desk first, but I'm gonna go look that up because I want to see.
I don't have slow mo, so I couldn't slow it down and look at it, in detail.
I can freeze though. I'm good at freezing. I'm good at freezing a frame. I can freeze a frame.
All right. So, but other than that, this is Friday night. So
anytime, because oh, that's right. Y'all do go juking on Fridays, huh? I'm gonna be holding up the party. Y'all gotta go do y'all hair.
Yeah, you gone because I was gonna get me a
P. Dizzle, don't fret. You know you finna go juking. Where you going tonight?
I ain't going nowhere. Like I'm not going nowhere tonight. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna I don't really drink that much like I used to, but I'm gonna get me a little cocktail that I found, and it's not quite a mojito.
I want one of those peach Bellini daiquiris that I had got.
Oh, they're good.
Girl, it's a place over here to make them so good. Woo!
I like them. Yeah, I try to make a lot of stuff. If I do any kind of alcoholic cocktail, I typically try to make it from scratch. Like I like to make homemade margaritas because I think they're better homemade. But I don't drink them. I don't drink enough of them. Yeah, people ask me to make them, but I don't make them because
I love me a margarita or a
that.
I love a margarita or that.
Yeah, I'm not that good with that.
Yeah, I drink them at the same time.
My God, my blood sugar be through the roof. I can't do that.
But see, I have low blood pressure. I have low blood sugar. All of those things.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I just be acting. Yeah, I don't drink like I used to, but I do like making cocktails and stuff like dark and stormies and stuff like little like stuff with bourbon. Like I like the taste of bourbon.
I like bourbon. I like Scotch too. Scotch is my favorite.
I got a good cocktail for you for a bourbon cocktail. It's called.
No, when I drink whiskey, I drink whiskey. I don't do cocktails.
Oh, really? Oh, you do that? You do it straight?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't do no straight whiskey. I gotta be already into some shots before I can do straight whiskey. I
ain't mad at you.
Gotta have a couple of shots of tequila before I get to the whiskey. But at that point, it's already downhill.
Oh, excuse me, girl. All right. Well, I'm listening. I'm about to get my food delivered, and I'm gonna get my Tiny Desk on, and then I'm gonna check out that episode. But girl, thank you for coming to hang with us, and please, and thank you for making sure you understood what we were saying, because I don't want you to go away feeling like that.
Yeah, that Tiny Desk with SUV, I saw that also today, and that was.
Don't tell me,
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, because I want to be surprised. Want to be surprised.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. But yeah, it's been nice talking to you too, and
you have a good,
good night, and take care of yourself.
You too, boo.
All right.
All right. I'll see you when you come back.
All right. Okay. Bye.
And Trina, no, I do not be throwing up, girl. I have never thrown up off no alcohol. That has never happened to me. Not wood. But listen, we finna go because we've been in here for 3 hours, 43 minutes, and 35 seconds. So it is time to go. I need to eat something. I have not drank so much as a glass of water all day. It is 6:48 p.m. Oh, it's almost 7 p.m. Friday. Wait, it's 97 degrees. So yeah, I need to get me something to eat. Okay. All right. As y'all can see, Glow Little Song got me in a headlock. I love it. I love it. So listen, but Trina say not me, but her with the tequila and whiskey. Okay, yeah, maybe. I've mixed them before and ain't nothing happened, but everybody's stomach ain't equal. But yeah, I'm finna get my food. I'm gonna get me a drink. I'm finna watch Tiny Desk and put my feet up and relax for the rest of the night. Okay. Unless some gossip go down. Now, if the gossip get real, you know your girl is coming back. You know I love y'all like that. So if the gossip get real, the girl is coming back. But hopefully all is quiet on the Western Front. Okay. So y'all know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. All right. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every single time we go live on this channel, because we want you to be here. Come hang with us. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, because you're welcome and we're happy to have you. If you want to join channel membership and put that crown by your name, hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box. Also in the description box is the link for our Royal Family merchandise store, so you can get your own crown gear. Okay, you can get the classic black and gold, and we have an emerald crown design. They're both cute, so please indulge. We got something for everybody in the family, including water bottles, all that stuff. Okay, so please go and patronize the Royal Family merchandise store. We have the link for our Amazon storefront so we can all shop together, and the link for my Amazon wish list in case you want to send me some new notebooks, pens, pads, all that good stuff, so I can continue to take notes on the gossip and be here on this porch so we can indulge together. All that stuff is there, and I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much to the people who supported the stream. I appreciate you. Special thanks to Miss Gardner and to Katrina. Okay, you guys, for the cash apps. And I also want to say a special thanks to Gemini 10, my good sis Helene Easley, and to P Dizzle and my big woman life for the super chats and the super stickers. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing else you can do about it. So we'll talk again soon, okay? Bye.